Dr. Qian was on the verge of completing her reincarnation theory when she suddenly died overnight. Well, she reincarnates directly as Princess Luna, who's fated to die at age 12. To survive, she tries to escape before getting caught up in the plot, but gets caught by Big Daddy. Her mother's romantic debts are now hers to clean up. Only by finding her biological father among 4 tyrant daddies can she escape death. Daddy number 1, Prutt, is the Empire's Dark Knight, a bloodthirsty tyrant who truly lives up to the name. Daddy number 2, Edimaion, is a brothel's top entertainer and an assassin who charms both men and women. Daddy number 3, Clairin, is the Imperial Guard captain, all brawn and no brains. Daddy number 4, Darlon, is a sacred dragon with both adult and normal human forms. They all firmly believe Luna is their biological daughter, so who is her real father? The story begins. Luna holds up a mud ball and asks Prutt, "Why aren't you eating?" Clairin breaks out in a cold sweat and speaks up, "Princess, maybe I should eat it instead." But Luna says, "I'm not the princess right now. I'm the mommy, and Prutt is the daddy." She hands the mud ball straight to Prutt. Prutt stiffly pretends to take a bite of the mud ball and makes chewing sounds. He says, "Thank you for the meal. I'm full," while the other 3 daddies are doubled over with laughter. But Luna says unhappily, "You put all the balls by your feet and didn't eat a single one." The flamboyant Edimaion smiles brilliantly and says, "I'll eat it." Luna stammers hesitantly, "Edimaion, let me make you another one. After all, he'll actually eat it." Edimaion says with teary eyes and regret, "Then it's a promise." At this moment, Darlon bluntly says this is stupid. With a whoosh, the mud ball is eaten by Darlon. After tasting one, he takes 50 more. Edimaion excitedly picks up a ball, and Luna quickly says, "Edimaion, you can't eat it. It's dirty." Prutt's face darkens. "If it's dirty, why did you make me eat it just now?" Seeing things going south, Luna quickly points elsewhere. "Wow, look at those pretty flowers," and runs off in a flash. Just as Prutt sighs, a flower is placed on his right ear. Luna shows a smile that makes the world pale in comparison, and says, "Daddy, a gift." Prutt freezes for a moment, then turns his face away and says, "You're the queen's daughter. Mind your manners." Little does he know this innocent-looking princess is actually the 28-year-old Dr. Qian. At the moment she was about to complete her reincarnation theory, she died from overwork and was reborn as Princess Luna from the novel The Royal Diary. This perfectly proved her theory at age 28. This is a princess who's actually 28 years old. What you see is the truth. She has reincarnated. When she opens her eyes again, she rushes to the mirror. Looking at herself in the mirror, she sees crystal clear eyes like glass, shimmering with pale blue light, doll-like features, snow white skin, exactly like Princess Artemis from the Royal Diary. That's right. Seeing herself, Dr. Qian is absolutely certain she has revived in the novel. Being carefree as she is, she's extremely excited about this. She actually reincarnated as a princess who dies at 12. Her theory has been proven. As the saying goes, joy turns to sorrow. She's about to meet her end at such a young age. The next second, smiling maids push the door open. "Princess Luna, may we come in?" Seeing Luna sprawled on the ground radiating a dark aura, the maids are startled. Quickly recovering, the maids swiftly tend to Princess Luna. Looking at herself in the mirror, the princess can't help scratching her head, crying out painfully in her heart, sob sob. "They made me reincarnate. Why couldn't I get a better ending?" Thinking about what the princess receives at her 7th birthday party in the novel, events spiral out of control from there. At age 12, she dies in the Britannia Rebellion incident. All done. The maid's words bring her back to her senses. She looks up and sees herself in the mirror, truly so cute. In her past life, her poisoned and dying appearance compared to now is a complete reversal. Knock knock, a knocking sound comes. The maids quickly go to open the door. Creak. Entering is Imperial Knight Prutt. This man before her is the Empire's most evil slaughterer, with gem-like delicate hands stained with blood, the Big Daddy from the novel. Princess Luna meets this man's eyes, her face full of terror. She quickly lowers her head. The maids ask worriedly, "Princess, are you alright?" Prutt doesn't mind and says, "According to schedule, in 2 hours we'll escort the princess to Princess Hedona. Prime Minister Liu Zhen sent me to confirm." He glances at the princess and finally says, "Then see you later," and leaves. Princess Luna thinks tremblingly, "Isn't this the man in the Empire who shows mercy to no one? And this man is very likely my father." Just as Luna sighs about the maid's silence over Prutt's arrival, she's instantly proven wrong. The maids swoon over Prutt's handsomeness and grumble, "Why is such a flower-like person so brutal?" Luna can't help thinking of the plot in the novel. She must leave before getting caught in the story, or her life won't be spared. Luna relies on her innocent appearance, acting cute, threatening, and manipulating. She coaxes the 2 maids, whimpering softly, "Please?" The 2 maids can't withstand the critical hit. They finally put on Queen Athena's dress, showing it off with sighs, so happy they're about to faint. As soon as the words fall, the 2 maids actually collapse. Turns out this dress has a security feature. Anyone outside the royal family who wears it will faint. To survive, Luna has no choice but to use this tactic. Seeing both maids unconscious, Luna says sorry. She hurriedly searches the room for 2 items mentioned in the novel that can be used for escape. One is the Plutum Lady's ribbon that can transform a child into an adult. The other is the Pantis brooch that prevents anyone from recognizing the user. These 2 ordinary-looking things in her hands. Just tie the ribbon to the brooch and expose them to moonlight to break their seal. Luna quickly changes into a maid's clothes. At this critical moment, she doesn't forget to collect a box of gems. What a money lover! During her escape, she runs into Prutt, who's dealing with a Britannia spy. scaring her into hiding silently in a corner. Who's there? Luna walks out pretending to be calm, facing Prutt's questioning. She has a sudden idea and claims to be a newly hired maid. Just as he's about to let her go, he spots the box she's carrying. Wait, open your box. Luna quickly explains it's her change of clothes. Prutt doesn't believe her. He stares at her with dark eyes as she tremblingly opens the box. Just as she's about to be exposed, a guard suddenly appears, reporting that the Prime Minister wants to discuss the princess's birthday party with Prutt. It seems she'll escape this disaster. The princess just breathes a sigh of relief when Prutt's words, "I'll just check this first," instantly expose her. Damn it. The guard complains that there are already over a dozen maids who've quit because of Prutt. While talking, the guard is startled by the corpse on the ground. Prutt doesn't care, prepares to leave, and casually says, "I'll leave it to you." Prutt remembers Luna is still there, turns and orders, "You can go too," only to see an empty spot. This raises his suspicion. A maid witnessed him execute the spy on the spot yet had no reaction. Something's wrong. This girl running frantically is the reincarnated Dr. Qian, now Princess Luna. Having barely avoided Prutt, Luna accidentally hears music. Curiosity drives her forward and she peeks through the door crack at an unfamiliar man. The man notices Luna too and beckons her to come over. Without realizing it, Luna walks right up to the man. His stunning beauty leaves her dazed. "What's your name?" the man asks Luna. Luna snaps back to her senses. By the lamplight. The man's hair is like hazy moonlight, as if embedded with amethyst, shimmering with purple light, peach-like rosy cheeks, and flawlessly transparent skin. Luna can't help but sigh, like an elf. Though she's fleeing for her life, she hasn't forgotten to appreciate beauty. This man is the novel's important second character, known as the Empire's Flower, Edimaion Berlimus. Edimaion smiles and asks Luna, "Is there a dance you'd like to see? You must have sneaked here to see something, right?" Luna quickly answers, "The Artemis dance." This is a scene she especially wanted to see in the novel. The novel described Luna shedding tears upon seeing this dance at her birthday party. Edimaion says nothing but pats Luna's head, then pulls off the Plutum ribbon. Luna instantly transforms back into a child. Luna realizes she's been exposed and looks panicked. Edimaion takes her hand, ties the ribbon around Luna's wrist, and says the Artemis dance is a secret between me and the princess. He gently places a kiss on the back of her hand. Edimaion kneels on one knee, greetings to the Empire's little moon, Princess Tiana Stella Astoria. With such a handsome man so close, Luna's face turns red. When did the palace become a pleasure house? These words interrupt their warm moment. They turn around to see Prutt standing behind them with a dark expression. Luna thinks that no matter what, she's still a princess. He won't kill her for running away. With a sharp sound, she sees Prutt draw his sword, and Luna is scared out of her wits. She's already imagining her tragic end. But when nothing happens, she cautiously opens her eyes. She sees Prutt with a murderous look, his sword at Edimiwan's neck, angrily saying, "You filthy creature, how dare you touch the princess?" Edimiwan shows no fear and grabs the sword. "If a lowly servant like me kissing the princess's hand is an insult, then I'll repay it with my life." Luna knows Prutt really can do it. Unwilling to see a handsome man die before her, she tries to think of something. So much for thinking. Her brain freezes and she starts crying. "In that case, we'll just die together. Buy one, get one free." Prutt is stunned. "Princess Luna!" A voice comes from outside. Guard Imo, who should be on reconnaissance in Gasconia, appears at the door. Luna sees him like a savior and throws herself into Imo's arms. Imo asks, "Princess, what's wrong?" Luna complains to him about Prutt. "He's bullying Edimiwan." Prutt glares at Imo and asks coldly, "What are you doing here?" He thinks, why did the reconnaissance end faster than expected? Imo doesn't know how to answer and stammers. Prutt says angrily, "When you're done, put her down and get lost." Imo is confused. Put down what? Surely not the princess? Prutt answers matter-of-factly, "What else? I don't like repeating myself." Hearing Prutt's unfriendly tone, Luna is dissatisfied with his attitude. After all, she's a princess, and Prutt is just a knight commander. But though his position is low, his power is second only to the emperor. However, Prutt is the loyal hound of the deceased tyrant Queen Athena, obeying only the queen's orders. That terrifying guy follows even those kinds of commands, so this attitude is normal. Luna silently complains, the queen really was a legendary madwoman. At this moment, Edimiwan, still enjoying stirring up trouble, mocks him. Speaking of which, Prime Minister Liu Zhen has been looking for you. Can you not go? Knight Imo is back, so you shouldn't be needed anymore, right? Imo adds, "Commander Prutt substituted as my guard for the day. Taking the princess away, is there some special matter?" Facing their questions, Prutt can't come up with a good reason. Seeing there's nothing wrong, Imo holds Luna, takes the suitcase she specifically mentioned, and turns to leave. Luna waves happily at the two of them. Prutt can't hide his murderous aura. The strongest sword king who has never been defeated. This is his first loss. Edimiwan was happy to see Prutt humiliated, but he feels something's off. Like he's missing something. Meanwhile, Prutt's inner thoughts reveal, "I understand now why that maid earlier had no reaction to the killing. So she's Princess Artemis. Truly the daughter of tyrant Athena." He mutters to himself, "Maybe she takes after me." The demon of the battlefield. After Luna is carried away by Amo, Edimiwan asks Prutt, with a cheeky grin. You're in a bad mood. Don't tell me you're also wondering if Princess Luna is your daughter? Prutt asks unhappily. What do you mean also? Edimaion answers matter-of-factly. I've always thought the princess is my daughter. Turns out Edimaion is one of the 4 men favored by the queen. So many handsome men, such fortune, who wouldn't want it? Prutt shouts at Edimaion. Your lowly birth dares to... Before finishing, Edimaion cuts him off. Actually, you think the princess is your daughter. That's why you're so angry, right? Prutt raises his head and shouts, no! He's not angry because Edimaion is competing with him for Luna. That guard strikes him as very strange. Aimo's eye scar is not on the left, but on the right. In other words, that guard is not Aimo. Luna is in danger. On the other side, Luna notices the problem. Aimo, this doesn't seem like the way back to my palace. Aimo says ominously, I'm taking you to a good place. Sob, sob, let me go. One would expect Luna to say this, but unexpectedly, Luna is remarkably calm. She pulls off the brooch and throws it at Aimo. The brooch explodes instantly. Aimo covers his blast-injured face in disbelief. How is this possible? Turns out Luna already knew the guard before her is a Britannier spy. Your research was inadequate. Aimo's eye scar is on the other side. Because he often holds the princess. It's a habit, but you could have put me down yet kept holding me, full of holes. The reason Luna cooperated with the spy and pretended to be kidnapped was to escape. What are you saying? The spy is shocked by Luna's revelation, unable to believe it. After all, how could a 7-year-old girl come up with such a scheme? Is she a genius? Luna smugly puts her hands on her hips. As long as I recite the spell, the brooch stuck to your face will explode and blow your face to pieces. Princess Luna! Luna hears a shout and turns around. She sees Edimaion rushing over. In a moment of distraction, the spy puts a dagger to her throat. Don't move! If you dare take one step, I'll kill her! Edimaion hesitates, not daring to move forward. To retaliate for having his confidence crushed by Luna, the spy orders Edimaion to kneel. Edimaion has no choice but to obey and kneel. The spy mocks Edimaion. Don't you have any self-respect? Edimaion says. Compared to the princess, I'm nothing. As long as I can protect the princess, I'm willing to offer my life. Luna is moved by Edimimon's words. In her hands are the Plutum Lady's ribbon and the Pantas brooch. The novel mentioned another function of the magic brooch and ribbon. The magic brooch can explode, including a self-destruct function when the true identity is discovered by enemies. The Plutum Lady's ribbon has the opposite function of the Pantas brooch, powerful sealing ability. If these two things, explosion and sealing, are used simultaneously, she can kill the spy, then fake her death and leave the story. But thinking of Edimaion nearby who would be injured, Luna hasn't recited the spell to make the Pantas brooch explode. Luna keeps reminding herself, snap out of it. He's just a character in a novel. Unlike that leisurely situation earlier, if she doesn't use the bomb now, it'll be dangerous. Should she? Just as Luna's about to convince herself, the spy throws the dagger in front of Edimaion and orders him to stab his own eye. I'm just hired for money anyway. If you can make me happy, maybe I'll give this princess back to you. Edimaion picks up the dagger and smiles at Luna. Determined, he stabs toward his own eye. Luna quickly shouts, no, Edimaion! At this moment, someone strikes down the spy from behind. Luna closes her eyes in fear, thinking she'll hit the ground, but unexpectedly feels a soft touch. Luna opens her eyes. Prutt's stunning beauty appears before her. I saw through this idiot from the start. You wanted to take the princess hostage, so I staged a diversion with that lowly man. This was Edimaion and Prutt's scheme. They planned to catch the spy in a trap, the mantis stalking the cicada, unaware of the oriole behind. Prutt truly is a flower blooming in war, beautiful stained with blood, a cruel genius demon. Edimaion walks over lightly and complains, seriously, one step later, and I would have become one-eyed. Luna thought this incident would improve their relationship, but she was overthinking. The next second, Prutt says coldly, if I'd known, I would have come even later. Prutt looks down. You're cut. He flies into a rage. I'll chop off his arm first. As a 21st century person, Luna can't bear to see such brutal violence. She speaks up to stop him. No, you can't. Prutt, go regret it in hell. Prutt ignores Luna and walks toward the spy with his sword. In desperation, Luna shouts, Daddy! This makes Prutt stop. Luna actually called him Daddy. Who could resist that? This clearly works on Prutt. He's in an excellent mood and orders, take this guy back to prison. Later, I'll punish him myself. Luna is still shocked. This demon of the battlefield actually listened to me. Hearing Prutt's order, Edimaion uses torn fabric to tie up the spy, watching teary-eyed as Prutt holds Luna, envious beyond measure. I want to hold the princess too. Prutt carries Luna all the way back to the palace. Luna notices Prutt has turned back into an ice block, doubting whether what she saw earlier was an illusion. Under the moonlight, though Prutt's appearance is stunning, his eyes are cold and emotionless. Luna's gaze shifts away from Prutt's face. She accidentally glimpses a 4-leaf clover by the roadside. Luna struggles, asking Prutt to put her down. Then she runs over with pitter-patter steps and picks the 4-leaf clover. She suddenly recalls a distant memory. Someone told her that this 4-leaf clover symbolizing luck grows after being crushed by 3-leaf clovers. Injured. Luck born from pain. Looking at the 4-leaf clover, Luna can't remember who told her this. Her past life as an orphan was the darkest period of Luna's life. She finally made it through, only to die. This life doesn't seem much better either. A princess who dies at 12. Luna clutches the 4-leaf clover. Am I going to lose to fate? No. I've endured enough pain before coming here. Now it's my turn to create my own destiny. Prutt, come here. Prutt walks over and kneels on one knee. Luna places the 4-leaf clover on his ear. Prutt stares stares at her blankly. Luna says happily, "This is a gift for you." She makes up her mind. "This time, I'll do whatever it takes to survive. Even the characters in the novel, including this person who might be my father." On the other side, Edimaion is escorting the spy toward the prison. The spy suddenly shows a fierce expression, breaks free from the bindings, and shouts, "You fool!" He tackles Edimaion to the ground. "If you didn't want this outcome, you shouldn't have let that knight leave. Looking so effeminate makes me want to torture you." Hearing these words, Edimaion not only isn't angry but laughs. He punches the spy, flying. Have you heard of the Hiss clan, a minority that inherited elf blood? Their muscles are extremely hard and can be used as weapons. This race's symbol is purple eyes. Just now you left a wound on my daughter's arm, right? Then let's start with the arm. Screams and blood appear simultaneously, adding a sinister touch to the quiet forest. Being carried by Prutt, Luna feels uncomfortable all over and quickly says, "Prutt, I can walk now." But Prutt doesn't put her down. "I'm still not comfortable letting you walk alone." Luna thinks with a whimper, "You can relax. According to the novel's plot, there won't be any more spies. Even if there are, Prutt will tear them apart." Prutt changes the subject. "I wanted to request increased security around the princess, but was refused on grounds of not overly restricting royal freedom. I'll ask the Prime Minister to cancel this birthday party and destroy these two tools used for escape." This makes Luna turn pale. This birthday party is her last chance to escape. She just wants to make good use of this opportunity. Luna quickly uses her triple charm attack. Don't cancel Luna's birthday party. Luna is fine, really safe. Despite using all her tricks, Prutt insists on his approach, ignoring her request. "Sorry, that cannot be guaranteed." Luna quickly says, "It can be guaranteed because Prutt will protect me." Luna's words make Prutt turn to look at her. Luna continues acting cute, saying innocently, "Mommy in heaven said so." Luna's daddy, "No, Knight, you're the most handsome, amazing, and powerful person in the world." This flattery moves Prutt slightly, but he just murmurs, "Such sweet talk." Seeing this, Luna gives up. It won't work after all. He's the demon of the battlefield. Just then, Prutt says, "I'll postpone reporting to the Prime Minister. After all, it's the Empire Princess's birthday. Holding or canceling requires careful consideration." Prutt acts as if he never mentioned canceling the party. Even Luna is amazed by his shamelessness. Footsteps approach. Vida and Lila run up panting heavily and quickly bow. "Greetings, Knight Prutt." They ask worriedly, "Princess, where did you go? We were so worried." Prutt's eyes turn cold, about to say Luna was kidnapped. Worried the two would feel guilty, Luna makes a shushing gesture at Prutt, signaling him not to speak. Prutt changes course, but this doesn't mean he'll let the two maids off. His sharp gaze sweeps over them. "You failed in your duty and let the princess leave the palace." Thinking of Prutt's brutal methods, the two maids stammer, not daring to speak. Luna can't reveal they wore the queen's dress, but directly admitting her own fault isn't ideal either. It could be 2 + 1 = 3 heads rolling. Luna closes her eyes tightly, desperately trying to think of a perfect plan. However, her brain really doesn't work well. She has to use her ultimate move, acting cute and whimpering. "Prutt is so scary." The two maids can't control their maiden hearts, but Prutt doesn't fall for it at all. This is a serious matter of kidnapping royalty. If we don't find the cause, before Prutt finishes speaking, he's interrupted by a maid running from the distance. "Lord Prutt!" the maid shouts while running. Prutt asks, "What's the matter?" The maid answers, according to royal tradition, on the birthday party day, the princess must stand with her father. Lord Prutt needs to appear as the father, so you must change into clothing appropriate for royal protocol now. After hearing this, Prutt unhesitatingly hands the princess to Vida, leaving one line, "I'm entrusting the princess to you temporarily. Please take extra care in the future." He hurriedly follows the maid and leaves. Seeing Prutt gone, Vida and Lila feel like they narrowly escaped death and breathe a sigh of relief, exclaiming, "How terrifying!" The two maids plan to bring the party dress and tell Luna to wait here obediently. Luna agrees sweetly on the surface, but actually hasn't given up on escaping. Luna clutches her conscience and waves at their departing backs. Even for survival, her conscience hurts. A gust of wind blows. Luna looks in that direction and suddenly notices someone sitting on the roof. That person seems to have noticed Luna too. He turns his head and suddenly jumps down. Luna opens the door and rushes out, but outside is deserted. She wonders if she was seeing things, but she's certain there was someone there. The wind howls. Luna feels an eerie wind behind her. It's not a ghost, is it? Princess Luna! It's the maids who returned at lightning speed, startling Luna. The maids don't know what happened and just think Luna is acting strange. They help her change clothes. After a full hour of changing, the maids are very satisfied. They exclaim, "Princess, you really look like Queen Athena. May the Empire's moon shine forever." Fireworks burst in the night sky. 3, 2, 1. As the clock tower strikes 12, the bells ring through the silent night. A voice announces, "Presenting Princess Tiana Stella Astoria." Like magic, Prutt appears holding Luna on the clock tower. Luna sees the scene she's dreamed of seeing. Hazy moonlight, white misty fog, birds flying in the air like stars, and Prutt with his back to the full moon. Absolutely stunning. Like Cinderella who disappears at midnight from the clock tower, Prutt jumps down holding Luna. The people below watch them and shout in amazement. They jumped! The air quiets for a moment. Everyone begins cheering. Long live Princess Tiana Stella Astoria. Amid the the screaming and shouting, Luna sighs at how spectacular it is. She's never seen such a grand scene. In the crowd, Luna immediately spots Edimaion. Edimaion sees Luna too and waves hello. Luna waves back happily, while Prutt's expression isn't good. He thinks a person's gaze cannot be hidden. The host on stage introduces to the people below, these are Princess Tiana Stella Astoria and Knight Prutt Lecleo. Luna's attention is drawn to the host. He wears a mask, but she can vaguely tell his appearance is extraordinary. The man introduces himself. I am Prime Minister Liu Zhen of Astoria. Only then does Luna realize this green-haired, long-haired handsome man is the main supporting character Liu Zhen. Starting from a few days ago, everyone prepared various birthday gifts for Luna. Seeing everyone so enthusiastic about Luna's birthday party, how could Liu Zhen not stir things up? So he also prepared a little gift for everyone. Since Luna's birthday happens to be Easter, Liu Zhen prepared an Easter egg hunt game. Luna looks terrified at this. She just wants to survive peacefully, not cause trouble, but it's not up to her. Liu Zhen explains the egg hunt rules. The hidden eggs aren't real eggs, but special magic items shaped like eggs. 12 total, 1 point each. To make the game more interesting, Liu Zhen hid among these eggs one that can reverse everything. A hidden egg worth 12 points. The hidden egg must be returned to the princess. If anyone with ill intentions takes an egg out of the palace, it will explode. Besides that, the other eggs have different magic. The 11 Easter eggs will automatically merge with the body upon touch. Auto-fusion. The other magic is spell summoning. Shout Nguti Astoria to summon. Once fused, you can automatically use the magic in the egg. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Hearing this, Luna has a sudden realization. She knows something that can control her destiny has appeared. Many people show interest. Among them, Gadmobilia from the neighboring country asks curiously, the eggs we find can be our prizes, so what's the first place prize? To this question, Liu Zhen shows a meaningful smile and tells them, the first place prize is to become Princess Luna's first dance partner at the birthday party. Both Prutt and Luna are shocked by this answer. All eggs are hidden within the palace. For fairness, we've set up a barrier to prevent anyone from using magic to find them. The time limit is until dawn. Under Prime Minister Liu Zhen's announcement, fireworks sound again, signaling the official start of the egg hunt. Accompanied by music, people dance gracefully, leisurely enjoying the party. Luna is also moved by the atmosphere, eating contentedly. Fortunately, the prize is just one dance with her. However, Luna already has a new plan. Among the 11 eggs, each hides a skill that will definitely help her future escape. The hidden egg can also sell for a good price, so she'll search too. While she's thinking this, Princess Luna! Edimaion runs over with pitter-patter steps. There you are. I've been looking for you. Seeing this, Luna quickly runs toward Edimaion. You changed clothes. What about the dance? Edimaion answers. The costume got blood on it. Prutt frowns watching their interaction, secretly displeased, until Edimaion confidently states he'll become the princess's dance partner, thoroughly angering him. Edimaion, still not satisfied, fearlessly continues. What's wrong, Knight Prutt? Don't tell me you want to be the princess's dance partner too? Prutt says the opposite of what he means. Don't lump me in with you. Used to their bickering, Luna smiles awkwardly yet politely. Prutt extends his hand to Luna at this moment, telling her to come to his side. Edimaion smiles, beaming brightly, also extending his hand, telling Luna to ignore that scoundrel and come with him. Facing invitations from 2 handsome men, Luna doesn't know who to choose, difficulty written all over her face. She can't help cursing inwardly. Both of you get lost. She grumbles this is no different from asking a child if they prefer daddy or mommy. How awkward for the princess. Prime Minister Liu Zhen makes a remark that draws the 3's attention. He removes his mask and bows elegantly. Prime Minister Liu Zhen of Astoria, greetings to the Empire's little moon. Liu Zhen's beauty leaves Luna dazed. This young man is way too handsome. Liu Zhen speaks of Prutt and Edimaimon's concerns. After all, Luna was almost kidnapped today. The 3 are surprised. How does he know about this? Liu Zhen continues. Something was left in the forest, so we sent a specialized mage to investigate the lunar eclipse. They read the memory of the princess nearly being kidnapped. In the Empire, when the moon symbolizing life is obscured, death arrives. In other words, lunar eclipse refers to a corpse. Prutt remembers the criminal was left to Edimaion and questions him. Explain. What's this about? Luna also understands. They rid the memory from that spy's corpse. Regarding this matter, Edimaion explains, probably struck by lightning. Seeing the spy died so easily, Prutt feels unsatisfied. He wanted to tear that beast apart himself later. Luna has a jolt thinking Edimaion is so kind. It must be that guy's fault. But this is bad now. She saved the spy who was supposed to die in the plot to verify if she could change predetermined fate. Princess Luna, the owner of this body, still cannot escape fate's arrangement. She will soon die because of Britannier spies. Despite all her efforts, Luna still can't change anything, which fills her with deep despair. Since the Prime Minister knows, why doesn't he stop the banquet? Prutt doesn't understand Liu Zhen's decision. Liu Zhen answers him, because I trust both of your judgment. You both know everything but didn't report it to me. Aren't you telling me not to terminate the banquet? Today is Luna's banquet. Liu Zhen invited many allied royals, so security is inevitably more relaxed than usual. However, he launched an egg hunt game. Uninvited participants will be cursed, so everything is safe until dawn. Liu Zhen grasps Luna's hand and says cheerfully, Your Highness, let's go find eggs together. Seeing Luna about to be led away, Prutt and Edimaion can't sit still anymore and glare murderously at Liu Zhen. Oh, I'm just joking! nothing. Liu Zhen quickly raises his hands in surrender. The two temporarily spare Liu Zhen and quickly turn their attention back to Luna, arguing over who gets to accompany her. Luna just wants to get rid of these annoying people and insists she's not a child and will search by herself. Edimaion stares at Luna expectantly. But it'll be dangerous. You should come with me. Before he finishes, Prutt ruthlessly interrupts. Are you deaf? Didn't you hear it's absolutely safe until dawn? The princess will be with me. Liu Zhen starts to point out Prutt's contradiction, but his sharp glare triggers Liu Zhen's survival instinct. He quickly says, never mind. While they're still arguing over who Luna should go with, Liu Zhen has already made his decision to help Luna develop independence. Liu Zhen crouches in front of Luna. Princess, give me your hand. Though Luna doesn't understand why, she still places her hand in his. With a crackling sound, Liu Zhen chants a spell and tells her, just shout Pramatia Storia. Sparks will rise into the sky, and they'll know your location. With the signal flare, Prutt and Edimaion have no excuse to follow Luna. Both their faces darken. They won't let Liu Zhen, the culprit, off the hook. However, Liu Zhen fearlessly adds, she was just a baby not long ago, and in the blink of an eye, she's grown this much. At this rate, she'll get married before long. This is like asking for trouble. The two beat him up. Prutt and Edimaion don't make peace after Luna leaves and continue arguing, making Liu Zhen sigh. First time I've heard these two talk so much. Battlefield demon Prutt, Hell's messenger Edimaion. Who would have thought these two with unimaginable dark powers would become like this today? Their transformation, perhaps. Watching the two bickering and fighting, Liu Zhen anticipates the show beginning. The prize seems quite generous. Meanwhile, Prutt's night order receives an assembly command. This is their first summons. Watching Prutt stride over and announce the order for everyone to search for eggs. Everyone is so shocked they question reality and begin speculating about Prutt's purpose. They chatter away, expressing their thoughts. The commander is already so strong he shouldn't need it, right? Jiru says quietly with a red face. Could it be to become Princess Luna's dance partner? In the end, everyone thinks it's impossible. After all, our brave, invincible commander, who only thinks about defending the country, how could he do something so beneath him? Even comics wouldn't write this. Look at him. Look at those determined eyes. How could it be for a dance with the princess? A soldier nearby says confidently. The magic egg is actually a bomb thrown by enemy spies. Prutt and the prime minister are just using the game as cover. Their real purpose is to dispose of the bomb. I have to say you're an honest fellow. This explanation completely matches Prutt's noble demeanor. Someone asks doubtfully, is this information accurate? The soldier replies, yes. This is our secret. The others finally agree. What an honest soul. Thus the Falcon Knights members who swear to defend the country to the death, and their commander who desperately wants to dance with the princess, begin the egg hunt game. On the other side, Luna, who has read the original story, has already found an egg. The egg in her palm is absorbed directly by her body, granting her the ability to tame monsters below A class. Soon, she climbs another tree and discovers the egg has already been taken. She can't help recalling that in the original story, aside from one invisibility egg and one transformation egg, all the rest were found by Edimaion. The transformation egg was discovered in the Artemis Palace after the game ended, and it had been moved by someone. She thinks determinedly, I must find the transformation egg and leave this place. Footsteps sound below, and a voice says, it's useless. Those chicks will die. Luna is startled. She looks down at the person below holding a pet. Cruel are untamable monsters. The person continues, even if you give them food, they won't eat it until they starve to death. Luna looks curiously at this child-sized figure. As a looks-obsessed person, when she sees his face, she can't help but admire his beauty. Suddenly she freezes, as if remembering something. Could he be Darlon to Prometheus, my third father candidate? Indeed, his legendary beauty lives up to its reputation. Meanwhile, Darlon rambles on. The male bird whose gemstone heart was stolen will use his last strength to fly back to the nest before dying. Human girl, give up on them. Without their father, they won't survive long. Human girl, give up on them. Luna stares blankly at the bloodheart birds in the nest. She's completely confused by her third father's words and even mistakes him for a good person. Luna murmurs quietly, what nonsense? Just because your parents died, you definitely can't survive? In fact, people have used many methods to obtain the bloodheart birds' gemstone hearts, but the chicks still die miserably in the end. Luna knows all this, but still confronts Darlon. Don't these chicks have a chance to choose for themselves? Just because you know something, must you accept it? Luna looks at these chicks with heartache. Darlon says, only a pure-hearted maiden can tame them. I've never seen it happen. Luna thinks to herself, has my 28-year-old heart been exposed? Because she reaches right in and pulls the magic egg out of the nest. This shows Darlon the darkness of human nature. Darron's eyes widen. This is the pure maiden who raids bird nests? In fact, this is all Liu Zhen's scheme. Because of his magic, these birds will definitely be tamed by Luna. Crack! The tree branch breaks. Luna, holding the bird nest, squawks as she falls. Luna quickly closes her eyes. Just when Luna thinks she's about to meet the ground, she's caught by Darlon, who has transformed into an adult. Alright, our love-struck heroine once again gushes mindlessly over Darron's beauty. Normally, Darlon appears as a young boy to seal his power, but now using magic, he's instantly become an adult. Darlon kisses Luna and says, pure maiden, I've marked you. You can summon me once in the future. Do you remember the birthday gift you asked me for? Luna looks confused. Darlon continues, when you miss me, I'll appear. This guy is really full of himself. With a whoosh, he disappears, leaving behind an egg. A recorded voice announces, congratulations, you've obtained the transformation egg. Luna thinks in bewilderment, does Darlon actually see me as a pure maiden? At this moment, two ladies approach. Afraid they'll discover her egg, Luna hides. Let me tell you a secret. The eggs are actually bombs. Seeing people coming, Luna quickly darts into the bushes. The dark-haired lady continues, "That's why Lord Prutt is searching so frantically." The blonde maid looks panicked. "Miss, will we be in danger?" The dark-haired lady says with a swooning expression, "What's there to fear? Don't you know heroes save beauties? Besides, I found a magic egg. Maybe I'll become the knight's wife." At this moment, Luna, clutching an egg tightly, reassures herself the eggs aren't dangerous, while being shocked that this young lady is really a naive sweetheart. After they leave, Luna decisively uses the transformation egg to turn into that blonde maid who passed by. But what about the baby birds she accidentally brought? Should she abandon them or abandon them? Sigh, better take them along. She threatens the little birds in a cutesy voice. "If you dare slow me down, I'll chop off your little claws and make lemon phoenix claws." Darlon in the tree witnesses the entire process. He can't help but look forward to seeing whether this most pure maiden, oh no, this maiden who wants to eat lemon phoenix claws, can find the egg Athena left behind. As Luna carries the baby birds searching for eggs, she sees a man whose eyes are as clear as a child's. Luna knows immediately this is another of Athena's suitors, and, of course, her last father candidate, Harlan Ericray, a super handsome man that 100 Prutts and Edimions combined couldn't match. What a handsome father. The man kindly places the fallen baby bird back, then looks up at Luna holding a nest of phoenix claws. He asks gently, "Are you here to play with the little birds?" Luna really wants to say, "I'm here to steal your egg," but the kind man before her makes her feel a bit guilty, so she stays silent, thinking to herself, "Guess. Whether you guess right or wrong, the egg is mine either way." He assumes this blonde lady doesn't speak the local language and wonders how to communicate with her. Harlan thinks for a moment and starts trying different languages to communicate with Luna. Maka paka aka. This silly father before her completely kills Luna's desire to speak. Mom said not to play with fools. One-sided in his concern, Harlan helplessly takes Luna's hand and says he'll escort her to the banquet hall. From years of dedicated sword practice, Harlan's hands are rough and large, suddenly giving Luna a sense of security. This backup father isn't completely useless. On the way, Harlan talks to himself. "I'm probably a very foolish person. Otherwise, how could I try so hard yet not find a single egg?" Hearing this, Luna is confused. According to the original story, Harlan should have just found an egg in the bird nest. Could it be that my protagonist aura has affected the plot development? This means the egg is still in the bird nest. Luna's eyes light up as she calculates how to get the egg, but Harlan remains immersed in self-doubt. "My daughter's birthday, yet I can't get close to her. I wanted to find an egg to surprise her, but I can't find even one. They say the early bird gets the worm, but I can't even find an egg like my fellow birds." Luna watches this man sink into an abyss of self-doubt. She stops walking. Seeing Luna stop, Harlan asks considerately, "Are you not feeling well?" Luna grips back those calloused hands. Then she pulls Harlan into a run, saying as they go, "Even clumsy birds have different levels. You need to learn shortcuts and be a clumsy bird who finds opportunities." Harlan feels warmth from Luna's words, but soon realizes this lady actually speaks the local language. "Why can you speak but stayed silent?" Luna's face darkens. "Fourth father, you dummy. Why does a grown man notice so many little details?" She tells Harlan, "Follow me. I'll help dummy find eggs and boil some while we're at it." The two sprint off toward the boiled eggs. Soon Luna climbs a tree to search for eggs. Dummy Harlan looks worried. "Miss, this is too dangerous. If you want to eat eggs, I'll buy them for you." Luna facepalms. "Silly dummy, trust me. I'll definitely help you find the hidden egg." But when Luna touches the egg, she suddenly notices something wrong. The baby birds don't remove the camouflage for her. Seeing the baby bird's resistant expressions, Luna looks puzzled. Could it be? Luna turns around in horror. A huge bird with a 24-karat titanium alloy face has come to her side and swoops to grab Luna. "Aya! Harlan, save me!" Harlan below the tree sprints toward Luna. Drawing his sword, he declares, "Dare to attack in front of me? Very well, bird. You've successfully caught my attention." The 3-meter-long mother bird is frightened by this man. She flaps her wings even harder and flies toward the sky. Harlan shouts hoarsely, "Miss!" Luna thinks desperately Harlan can't fly when handsome Harlan rides his rainbow cloud. Oh no, he's jumping from tree trunk to save his princess. However, before he can succeed, he's directly grabbed by the big bird. Still clinging to the bird's leg, he shouts, "Miss, are you all right?" Mother bird thinks, "Oh, you're so great, so noble," chatting casually right in front of me. High in the air, the two are powerless and can only let mother bird toss them down like balls. Gently tossed down, Harlan lands in a cool pose. But Luna isn't so lucky. Mother bird sends her face first into the dirt. Harlan rushes over. "Miss, are you okay?" She really wants to ask if his eyesight is bad. How could he miss such a big butt first landing? Mother bird dumps them both and flies away. Has she let us go? Seeing this, Harlan suggests, "Let's leave quickly while mother bird isn't back." As they near the cave entrance, Luna tells Harlan to wait. Before she finishes speaking, they're back where they started. Harlan says, "I clearly reached the entrance." Luna recalls that mother bird can set up a barrier. As long as she doesn't allow it, they can't leave. Harlan turns to look at Luna with confusion. Luna thinks Harlan is curious about Prutt, so she continues analyzing. Although mother bird is an S-class monster, they're very gentle. Earlier, she probably just thought we were going to harm her chicks, so she attacked us. Harlan still looks at Luna with confusion. What he's curious about is how an ordinary noble lady wouldn't know such things. Why does Luna know? Luna's eyes widen in shock. She never expected Harlan Harlan to focus on this. Just as Luna thinks she's been discovered and plans her escape, Harlan looks at Luna with admiration. Wow, you're so amazing! You know so much! Sure enough, no matter how capable Harlan is, he's still an innocent sweetheart. Harlan eagerly asks Luna if she knows how to escape the barrier. Luna says there's one way. She already misunderstood that we want to harm the chicks. There's only one way, Luna says with a fierce expression. Kill the big bird. If Mother Bird who casts the spell dies, the barrier will naturally disappear, but Harlan can't bear it. After all, she's just protecting her children. Killing her would be too cruel. Luna slaps away his hand. She sees us as her meal. Survival of the fittest. Weakness is the original sin. Harlan looks defeated. He says when the big bird returns, he'll do as she says. Luna suddenly feels troubled. Her transformation has less than an hour left. What if Harlan discovers her true identity? Luna makes up an excuse on the spot, telling Harlan she's hungry. Harlan immediately goes to find food for her, outside the barrier at this moment. Dig for eggs, dig for eggs. Where are the eggs? Two energetic young men from the Falcon Knights are searching hard for eggs, muttering that Edimaion's assassination squad is also desperately searching. A brown-haired guy weeps dramatically. These two rivals can go to such lengths for their country. So moving. Prutt's face darkens. What kind of drama queens did we recruit this year? Suddenly a light appears. Prutt realizes something. Looking at the rustling tree, he commands, "Everyone listen up! We found the hidden egg." Everyone looks over in shock. At this moment, Luna, trapped inside the barrier, has a headache. How can I escape without Harlan noticing? Harlan will be back in about 20 minutes. I'm only 500 meters from Harlan now, and once he touches the barrier, he'll be sent right back to the cave. Do I have to use the signal flare Lu Zhen gave me? No, Luna doesn't want to. At this moment, Luna suddenly hears a strange sound from inside the cave. What's that sound? She walks closer to look. She discovers an egg that's 100 times larger than a male egg. A female egg. Female mother birds usually fly away after laying eggs. The only thing that would make her stay is a female egg. Females born for 100 days can mate with males. Luna slaps herself. This is an opportunity. Kill the baby chick and the barrier will disappear temporarily. While Mother Bird is panicking, I can escape. Just then, looking at the Prutt chicks, Luna seems to see herself from her past life. Just as she hesitates whether to send her to meet God in Las Vegas, Harlan returns with an armful of food. The baby birds are so cute! Luna snaps back. Harlan hands her mushrooms. He dug up in the forest. Luna's brain short circuits. Bird stewed with mushrooms should taste pretty good. Harlan's eyes freeze for a moment. Actually, mushroom salad is pretty good too. Luna turns around and becomes a life philosophy master again, saying leisurely, the weak easily become tools for others' satisfaction, just like these little birds, so this world is inherently unfair. Harlan looks at the sad lady before him and can't help but sigh. Pure lady, you're still kind-hearted. He makes a promise to Luna. Don't worry. From now on, I'll be your support. Luna is speechless. Dude, you're overthinking this. What needs to be done must be done. We can't work together if we disagree. You watch your berries. I'll go find a way to kill the little birds. On the open grass, Luna transforms into a little mushroom-picking girl, though she'd rather become the poison queen and poison those little birds. Hey! Thinking of Harlan's words just now, Luna's hand pauses. What a big fool. However, before the poison queen can act, she suddenly hears the little bird crying loudly. Luna holds the mushrooms, ready to go through with it, when she discovers the female chick has fallen off the cliff. Moreover, the pregnancy-addled mother bird thinks the chick is already dead, so she doesn't try to save her, thinking that if the chick can't fly again, she'll die. Luna reaches out toward the little bird with compassion. However, her short arms can't reach. She wonders if the bird is outside the barrier. At this moment, 500 meters away, Harlan is idly picking his toes when he suddenly sees a pair of hands eerily and is scared to death on the spot. Luna suddenly realizes she doesn't need to be so kind. After all, no one ever saved her before. She should take this chance to send out the poisonous mushrooms and finish off this little bird. Luna looks at the little bird before her and thinks darkly, it was meant to die anyway. Damn it. What do you mean meant to die? Luna breaks through her mental prejudice. She shouts, Harlan! Not far away, Harlan rushes over as if riding windfire wheels. Luna reaches out to him, asking to borrow his sword. Harlan hasn't reacted yet and asks what, but Luna has no time for explanations and directly snatches the sword. Harlan naively thinks Luna is doing this for him and says, if you want to kill the bird chick for me, I appreciate the thought. Luna discards the sword and keeps only the scabbard. Harlan's jaw drops. Miss, are you so upset that you've lost your mind? Luna ignores his words and smears mushrooms on the scabbard, hoping to attract the chick to bite it, while Harlan keeps chattering, Miss, please calm down. Miss, Luna says without turning back, maybe I can find a way to get out without killing the chick. She extends her short arms with the sword handle, struggling to lure the chick. Finally, she succeeds in getting her to bite the scabbard. Crack! Luna's face turns pale with fright. The chick, also frightened, releases her mouth. The stones at the cliff edge fall and collapse. Harlan shouts in terror, Miss! As Luna falls, she grabs the chick. Just then, the chick spreads her wings and flies. Oh, you little brat! Sure enough, when disaster strikes, you fly away on your own. Luna falls resignedly. There's no such thing as being meant to die. There's only damned me, whatever. If I die, I die. I've always been alone with no attachments anyway. Miss, give me your hand! Harlan reaches out to her. Luna sees hope. Seems this discount father isn't completely useless. Luna reaches out and grabs her hand. He pulls Luna into his embrace. As the two prepare to meet their ancestors, Luna opens her eyes and looks around. Are we in the cave? Luna only then remembers that exceeding 500 meters automatically returns them to the cave. Imagining her dramatic life and death moment just now, Luna is so embarrassed she wants to dig a hole and hide. Shouting, "Aya!" Big fool Harlan asks in confusion and concern, "Miss, what's wrong? Are you hurt?" "Oh right. As long as you exceed 500 meters from the barrier, we return to the cave. I forgot." "How embarrassing!" Luna cries. "Don't confirm the facts." Luna wishes she could get amnesia or just silence him. "Destroy everything. I need to move to another planet." Harlan laughs sheepishly. "I wanted to heroically save you. I really can't do these things because I'm so clumsy." Luna's eyes suddenly redden. She wants to tell him it's not true. In the original story, it was thanks to that clumsy determination that he found the egg. A series of strange cries. The two turn around to discover the monster bird has appeared before them. Harlan quickly shields Luna, but Luna says, "Wait, we need to let Mother Bird know the chick is safe. Then she should let us go." Prutt flaps her wings at the two, and the chicks chirp. Harlan and Luna look confused. Could this be a happy roar? This bird's sharp eyes don't look happy at all. The two birds turn and step back, clearing a path. Harlan rejoices at their reunion, but Luna feels something's not simple. Having 3 female Prulls at once is too suspicious. Luna thinks of something and suddenly turns to run outside. She realizes that although it's far from the castle, this forest is also Astoria's land. In the original story, Harlan said he accidentally discovered the hidden egg while putting a fallen bird back in its cage, but he didn't say what kind of bird it was. With Harlan's carefree personality, even a big monster bird would be mistaken by him for a nice little bird. Luna reaches for the egg. As the egg's magic is released, a message comes according to the Queen's wishes. Please continue writing a new chapter in Astoria's history. Having found the egg, she's not happy but feels played. The egg was hidden in such a wretched place. But thinking again, for someone who could make Prutt threaten his own daughter's neck, nothing is strange. Having a tyrant mother, what terrible luck. Harlan exclaims, "My goodness, could this be the hidden egg?" Harlan sheds fatherly tears of relief. Luna knows he wants it too, but won't be jealous. She holds the egg in various poses, trying to get Harlan to accept it, but Harlan says shyly, "This is too embarrassing. I'm slow-witted." Luna is more suited for this magic egg. Because Harlan willingly gives the magic egg to her, Luna wants to give the magic egg to him. So this is a gift. Harlan watches in surprise as Luna transforms into a child. She's the princess. The transformation expires. Thinking of everything that happened, Luna feels anxious and needs to find some excuse to cover this up. However, Harlan doesn't suspect anything at all. He thinks Luna used a transformation item to help him. This fool would probably help count the money after being sold. Luna realizes her escape plan has failed and wants Harlan to win, but they can't get back before dawn. Harlan doesn't worry about winning or losing. It's too late to go back now anyway. Being with the princess is already the best gift. An idea flashes through Luna's mind. She concentrates and chants at the magic egg. Woohoo-la-hoo! Egg transformation. A gust of wind blows toward them, and Darren appears like a deity. "As long as you strongly miss me, I will appear." Mother Bird easily nuzzles Darren. After placing the nest properly, Darren crouches before Luna and asks if she remembers the birthday gift she requested from him. Harlan is also curious about what Luna asked Darren for. Luna panics immediately. The original story didn't mention this. Who can she ask? Facing Darren's outstretched hand, thinking holding hands should be enough, Luna places her hand on it. In a flash of light, Darren transforms into a dragon and tells Luna, "This is your belated gift?" Riding on Darren's back, Luna is too scared to open her eyes. Falling from this height would definitely be game over. Harlan says to her gently, "Don't be afraid. Open your eyes and look." Luna is about to retort, "How could I not be afraid?" The next second, she's captivated by the breathtaking scene before her. Harlan says, "After everything that's happened, there's one thing I'm certain of. The princess, who was a miracle from birth, is probably the words my daughter never leave his mouth." Luna sighs. Sure enough, the landlord's silly son. Even when it's just the two of them, he won't cross boundaries. Harlan continues with a stream of flattery, making Luna blush with embarrassment. She quickly changes the subject. Prutt females and males are completely different individuals. Males care for the chicks. Females fly away after laying eggs, just like irresponsible jerks. However, she'll also risk her life to protect the male. Hearing this, Harlan freezes. Luna continues. The easily captured male Prulls can survive until now thanks to the female Prulls. Looking at the innocent Luna, Harlan recalls some distant memories. Someone once said, "Don't you think it's cool? Protecting males? Males are great too. Even with their hearts removed, they still think about protecting the chicks." This seductive woman playing with her male consort before him is actually already dead. She's Luna's mother. Harlan plays along. Just like Queen Athena. That time Queen Athena complained, "Female Prutt, a mere mother monster, dares to imitate me keeping handsome men? She should look at what kind of bird she is." Harlan replied indulgently. Exactly. How could she compare to our tigress? Hearing this, Athena fiercely pulled her delicate husband into her embrace. Harlan immediately raised a white flag. After the playful banter, Athena held her delicate husband and said, "A bit similar, right?" Harlan said without any survival instinct. "In terms of ferocity, you're way more powerful than that bird." Athena hugged Harlan tightly and said, I have a great idea, Harolyn asked curiously. What idea? Athena said mysteriously. It's a secret. Thinking of Athena's sly expression at that time, Harolyn suddenly understands. When Her Majesty spent that intimate night with him, she had already planned this game. Looking at Luna before him, he sighs. Why am I only remembering this now? Or maybe I was too happy. The happiness he had with Queen Athena now equals his sadness, so he didn't want to recall it. Harolyn vaguely recalls the queen telling him, male prules, even with their hearts removed, only think about protecting their chicks. He suddenly understands. The queen wanted him to protect Luna well. He vows firmly, I will definitely protect Luna well. After we get out, I'll make her chicken stewed with mushrooms. Dawn breaks. At the ball venue, only Edimaion and Prutt, the two backup fathers, have found eggs. Just as Qian announces that contestant number 1, Edimaion found 4 eggs. Prutt presses his lips together but still lets out a laugh. Edimaion is furious. What's so funny? During the conversation, Prutt, holding 5 eggs, drops 1. This humble bragging spokesperson says, I have so many eggs in my hands I can't free a hand to pick it up. Damn, he got us! Cheers erupt below. Truly our commander. He actually beat Edimaion. Edimaion is so angry. He reports that Prutt mobilized many people, but Qian says Prutt just used tactics. Then his soldier says, our commander also had the assassination squad search for eggs too, and gets instantly shut down. At this moment, Prutt proudly orders, bring mine up. Yes, sir. Under everyone's expectant gazes, his subordinate knight presents a giant egg. Prutt confidently picks up the large egg and says, this egg of mine is not only big, it also won't be absorbed. Qian's face darkens. Isn't he a big fool? What a coincidence. A little boy runs over excitedly. That's my toy ball. Lord Prutt, thank you for finding it. Prutt turns red with anger, scaring the little boy who quickly says, if you like it, I'll give it to you. Prutt successfully digs out a magic castle beneath his feet with embarrassment. Finally exhaling, he lectures the little boy, don't go deep into the forest in the future. It's dangerous. Then he tosses the ball on the ground. Edimaion, holding to the principle of, if you're shameless, I can't back down, finds drama again. His backing is harder than mine. Unfair. The egg on the ground counts as mine. Qian wants to slap this fool, but the gossip heart of this passionate young man burns fiercely. He turns to ask Prutt, do you want to become the princess's dance partner? Stubborn Prutt insists he only wants to protect the princess. Alright, reporter Lou has to give up on the gossip. Just as he's about to announce the winner, wait, a blonde guy below notices something wrong. There are 12 eggs total, but now only 9, so the 3 beneath are bombs. Ah, so exciting. Are we going to die for our country? Lord Prutt, I love you. Prutt is utterly speechless. Did he recruit a bunch of lunatics? What bombs? What nonsense are you talking about? Just as he's about to explain, he sees a dragon with silver-white scales in the sky. Mutos swoops down from the heavens, his dragon roar echoing through the 9 skies. Everyone's attention instantly shifts from the bombs to the dragon. They exclaim in amazement that they're actually seeing the legendary Lord Muto. Wait, there are people on Lord Muto's back. Just then, whoosh! Harolyn jumps down from Muto, carrying the princess. Seeing the arrivals, Prutt and Edimimon's jealousy instantly overflows. Let go of my Luna. Oh my, the egg in his hand is actually Her Majesty the Queen's relic. Seeing this, Qian directly announces that Harolyn is the champion. Prutt is unhappy, very unhappy. However, fearless Qian loves adding fuel to the fire. He tells Harolyn, Lord Prutt just said he doesn't care at all about dancing with the princess. So, Lord Harolyn, do you want to become the princess's first dance partner? Innocent Harolyn shyly expresses that he really does. Looking at Qian's punchable face, Prutt directly draws his sword. I'll chop you down. Seeing the fire burning too hot, Qian hastily announces that the final dance segment of the birthday banquet officially begins. Harolyn and Luna, dressed in formal attire, dance gracefully on the ground. Their adorable appearance inspires nearby noblewomen to grab their husbands' hands and go home to have another baby. Darlon, floating in midair, initiates conversation. Daughter of dragons, you've successfully caught my interest. Luna is extremely speechless. Don't talk nonsense and stop monitoring me from the air. Meanwhile, the Mahjong trio standing aside watching the show joins the group chat with emotion. Edimaion is wondering whether to play tricks, but Qian sees right through him. At this moment, Luna and Harolyn are dancing to the music, 5 steps gracefully, breathing softly. Let your hand rest on my shoulder. Oh no. Little shorty Luna can't reach his shoulder and can only stand on Harolyn's feet. Our little softy Luna thoughtfully asks Harolyn if she's heavy. Harolyn says she's much lighter than Athena. However, little softy Luna still fears stepping on this dummy fourth father. Just as she decides to jump off Harolyn's feet, oh no. She loses her balance and is about to fall. Suddenly, whoosh, she's lifted into the sky. Luna floats in midair, a bit scared yet a bit curious. Turns out Darlon cast a spell. My little princess, how can you fall in my domain? If you're going to dance, you should have the grandest stage. Of course, Darlon also sends her discount father up to the sky. If you're going to dance with our princess, then together, stand shoulder to shoulder with the sun. At this moment, Luna in the sky is a bit scared. Seeing this, Harolyn quickly hugs the little softy. Gently hugging and patting, cute princess, don't be afraid. Darlon looks satisfied. Look how happy the little princess is. Darlon, mistakenly thinking Luna is happy, lifts Luna even higher. Ah! Darlon, you stinky father. Let me down. However, under Harolyn's careful care, Luna gradually adapts to the height. She opens her eyes and sees an absolutely beautiful view. Harolyn gently places his hand on little softy's shoulder. Well, since we're here, may I ask the princess to dance with me in the sky? Luna looks at this beautiful scene and this gentle father, and says softly, yes. Even though this scene didn't appear in the original story, even though she might be falling deeper into this story, why can't she create beautiful memories in this illusory world? Because the princess dancing in the sky is too adorable. Several more couples in the banquet join the second baby squad. Nearby, Prutt and Edimaion grind their teeth in jealousy. Edimaion runs to Darlon and yells, "Four-legged lizard, send me up now!" Darlon responds, "That's not how you ask for favors." Still, Darlon sends the shameless Edimaion up to the sky. Once in the sky, Edimaion pushes Harolyn aside. "Now it's my time to dance with the princess." "Harolyn, you can leave!" But dummy Harolyn says with a moved expression, "You're so considerate of the princess. I'm truly touched." Edimaion suddenly feels bullying a fool is no fun at all, just as he's feeling lonely at the top. Darlon, who's a bit smarter, flies up and says to Luna, "Dance with me too." Darlon says he brought Harolyn to the banquet, so even without credit, he deserves recognition. Looking at these crazy fathers competing in the sky, Luna feels a headache, utterly speechless. Wouldn't it be better to use this time to earn money for this baby? Just as the three tangle together, Mother Hen Prutt is climbing stairs to reach the sky. He says seriously, "As the princess's guard, I have a duty to protect her." He grumbles that the air is too dangerous, and the princess could easily catch a cold. When Harolyn suddenly asks, "Why haven't we seen the princess's egg since earlier?" Luna answers that she already had Darlon use teleportation magic to put it in her room. To reassure Harolyn, Luna has Darlon transfer the egg back. However, Luna's hand suddenly slips. Splat! The egg becomes a slippery egg and slides down. Luna panics and jumps from the sky to catch the egg. The moment she catches it, she feels dizzy and then begins falling rapidly. Seeing this, Darlon senses something's wrong and shouts, "Princess!" Not long ago, Prutt grumbled as he climbed the stairs. He complained that Muto was crazy. What if the princess encounters danger up high? When he opened the attic door, he was amazed by the scene before him. Darlon and Luna danced joyfully, while Edimaion and Harolyn also played around. Prutt sighs. So happiness in fairy tales is real. He recalls being considered unlucky from birth. He's annoyed. Why am I thinking of useless memories? Just then, Prutt hears Luna screaming. "Oh no! Luna's in danger!" Prutt turns pale with shock. He jumps down without hesitation. "Princess, grab me!" Luna's eyes fill with tears as this person embraces her like a little chick, just as Prutt sees nowhere to land and resolves to die. Whoosh! Darlon's magic saves both Luna and Prutt. However, Prutt isn't grateful. Instead, he questions angrily, "How could you bring the princess to such a dangerous height?" Darlon doesn't mind his accusation and pokes Prutt's forehead with his finger. "So young, yet your brow furrows so deeply. How curious." Then Darlon explains that he made a vow with Athena to protect Luna, so he absolutely won't let her get hurt. Darlon looks at the frowning Prutt and says, "Just take care of your own safety." Then with a snap, he sends Prutt up to the sky too. He tells Prutt, "Put down your burdens. The view from up high isn't bad." Prutt's face reddens with anger. "Muto, what gives you the right to decide on your own?" At this moment, Luna, held by Prutt, suddenly feels it was a pity Prutt wasn't there when everyone danced together. So Luna extends her tiny hand. Does Prutt want to dance with Luna? Prutt is a bit surprised the little cutie would invite him to dance, but mostly he's delighted. His heart wrapped in warmth, Prutt says, as the princess wishes. But in fact, he's been planning this all along, and he's the one whose wish came true. Watching the two in the sky, Darlon tells Edimaion and Harolyn that the fall just now was definitely not an accident, because he clearly sensed dark magic from the egg. Looking at the egg in his hand, he can't help wondering who wants to harm the princess. Meanwhile, victim Luna is being charmed by Prutt. Despite his icy face, his dancing is as elegant as a noble lord's. She begins to think Prutt might be different from his battlefield demon image. He might actually be a kind boy. Seeing the little one falling for Prutt, Darlon sourly calls out, "Princess!" Seeing Luna doesn't seem to welcome him, he takes out the egg to lure his little princess. "It's fixed. Go play with it." The little princess is quickly lured away. With starry eyes, she thanks Darlon. "This time I'll hold it carefully and won't drop it again." But while fathers can be randomly claimed, promises shouldn't be carelessly made. Luna in the sky feels chilly, then suddenly sneezes. The egg she just risked her life for drops again. Sigh. Life is unpredictable, full of twists and turns. Looking at the three confused people in the sky, a person in black on the ground says angrily, "I worked so hard to cast a curse on that egg, but that four-legged lizard got in the way." But another person in black says, "It's fine. The princess is young. As long as the throne is vacant, we have opportunities. Once that person sits on the throne, everything will be perfect." The egg happens to hit Lu Zhen. Lu Zhen's soul practically leaves his body. Seeing this, Luna quickly asks, "Lu Zhen, are you all right?" Lu Zhen says through the pain, "Ah, truly a relic bestowed by the queen. If unluckily hit by it, one would probably be smashed to pieces." Wah! Luna apologizes with a sorry face. Lu Zhen says confidently, "As a capable prime minister and magician, I absolutely have the ability to protect myself and those around me." Feeling a bit guilty, Luna quickly flatters him. "The person who assisted Queen Athena is indeed amazing! Ha ha ha!" At this moment, Lu Zhen suddenly discovers something inside the egg. A letter emerges. The moment he opens it, Lu Zhen reads out 4 names: Harolyn, Darlon, Prutt, Edimaion. Luna looks horrified. Athena's letter from the original story. Oh no, there's no hope of escaping the plot. Athena's letter states that all 4 handsome men will be recognized as father candidates, and Luna has the discretion to disqualify candidates. The 4 candidates' task is to find the 4 sacred relics left by Athena: the Holy Grail, the Olympus crystal branch, the crystal dragon, and the lizard skin coat. Finally, Luna will decide the emperor based on the wisdom and ability the candidates display during the search for the relics. P.S. Luna cannot choose based on looks. After hearing the will, people at the banquet buzz with discussion. Choosing an emperor this way is too hasty, but when they hear anyone can challenge the candidates, the scene instantly quiets down. However, people below feel that challenging these four would be like throwing eggs at rocks. After all, these four are all top-tier heroes. Those advocating for Prutt as king are countless. Meanwhile, in the palace throne room, the Imperial regent rages. Is this acceptable? They're still spreading stories of Athena and Prutt's great deeds. Is there a way to eliminate him? However, his subordinate says Prutt is too powerful. There's no way to win at all. The Imperial regent fantasizes about Luna calling him father. Can we kill the other candidate, fathers, and have me become cute little Luna's father? The subordinate is rendered speechless. The regent reads everything from her expression. Fine, I understand. Don't say any more. The subordinate quickly grovels. It's not that you're unsuitable for the position of emperor father, but their combat power is maxed out. Prutt is the battlefield demon. Darlon is the second greatest swordsman. Edimaion is the empire's strongest assassin. Darlon is a dragon with mysterious powers. The regent is furious. Then what should we do? The subordinate has a clever plan. Just don't follow the will. The regent's face darkens. Are you crazy? The subordinate continues. We'll create public opinion that Luna lacks judgment. Without surprises, the throne will ultimately be yours. Meanwhile, Luna, constantly caught up in schemes, returns to the palace. Lila and Fida chatter about how the four handsome men are actually the princess's father candidates. They keep asking Luna how she feels. She herself says, it's truly absurd. Recalling the scene then, she suddenly thinks that the current Imperial regent's purpose for ascending is to usurp the throne. This gives her a headache. Princess, what are you thinking about? The maid's words bring Luna back to her senses. Wow, you're all dressed up! Looking at the exquisite and adorable little princess before them, the maid's hearts are excited and hands tremble. However, at this moment, a knock sounds at the back door. The maids wonder in surprise. It's so late, who's here? Creak! Amo pushes the door open. Princess, I'm truly sorry I couldn't attend your birthday banquet. Seeing who arrived, the maids and Luna are stunned. Amo Themis Mosine, he's so handsome, we greet the Empire's little moon. The maids swarm around him. Amo expresses his apologies for bringing such danger to the princess. Before such beauty, Luna has no principles. Whose fault it is, it definitely won't be yours, Lord Amo. Suddenly, Amo prepares to harm himself, shocking the beauties into a cold sweat. This is too extreme! An hour later, they finally stop Amo from hurting himself. Amo takes out the egg and hands it to Luna. Lu Zhen instructed this. Luna holds the egg in confusion. Can the egg be absorbed? She recites the spell, but there's no response. She asks Imo in confusion. Imo says, your magical constitution is similar to the queen's. You should be able to absorb it. Strange. Luna can't help wondering, could it be that I can't use it because I'm not the original owner? At this moment, Amo says, it might also be a mana illness. Better get it checked. Luna says in alarm, haha, maybe I'm just not in good condition. If they check and find out it's Sensai, that would be terrible. But she still needs to investigate what the reason is. To prevent Amo from going crazy again, Luna changes the subject. Luna asks Amo why Prutt hates Edimaion so much. Although Edimaion came from bandits, Prutt isn't someone who judges people by their status. Amo says Prutt indeed isn't someone who treats others differently based on class, because Amo himself is of lowly origin. Prutt's hatred of Edimaion has a reason. That year, Prutt, who had waited anxiously for Queen Athena for 3 years, nervously awaited Athena, returning after 3 years. The queen's telegram said she rescued a slave from a den of perverts. Prutt instructed Imo, take good care of that poor woman from the den of perverts. But Lu Zhen said the promiscuous queen definitely brought back a handsome man. Prutt didn't believe it and even threatened to cut out Lu Zhen's tongue. Lu Zhen, with sympathetic eyes, told Prutt to look forward to the arrival. Prutt's eyes flickered, because the city gate before him slowly opened. Athena walked slowly forward. Long time no see, Prutt. Prutt, blushing, said, Imperial Knight Prutt Lecleo greets the queen. Athena complained that Prutt's formal greeting was too stuffy. Shouldn't there be kisses, hugs, and lifting high? Prutt could only silently complain. How did I fall for someone like this? I really want to go back 5 years and protect my collar. Athena turned and introduced her romantic encounter to Prutt. Right in front of Prutt, Athena grabbed Edimimon's hand. This is Edimaion. I rescued him from a den of perverts. The telegram didn't make this clear at all. This successfully sent Prutt's rage soaring. Just then, Edimaion did a manipulative stumble, and Athena naturally caught him. Edimaion continued his conniving act. I'm so sorry, Your Majesty. Even if unintentional, I shouldn't have held on to you. The manipulative one in Athena's arms said proudly to Prutt, I'm called Edimaion Berlimus. Both my given name and surname were bestowed by Her Majesty. After saying this, Edimaion coyly said Her Majesty had bullied him every night for 3 years. Prutt instantly radiated murderous intent. Your Majesty, did you spend these 3 years picking up handsome men? Athena, seeing things going badly, wanted to quickly change the subject, but was intercepted by the manipulator. Blushing, he said these 3 years with the queen were very happy. Then he hugged Athena again. It's dark, I'm scared. Your Majesty, sleep with me? Athena the heartbreaker looked distressed. She stroked Edimimon's head. I'll sleep with you these nights. Don't be afraid, my treasure. Prutt instantly wanted to draw his sword. The Heartbreaker hastily explained she only held hands and didn't fully cheat. Prutt was furious. An emotional affair is still cheating. He again wanted to tear his 5-year-ago self apart, but the queen saved his life. What could he do? Blame only the hurt being too deep, the Heartbreaker too heartless, the manipulator too manipulative. Prutt consoled himself. The queen manages state affairs. She needs some relaxation. However, conniving Edimaion kept provoking Prutt. You could hear the sound of Prutt's rationality snapping. Amo, recalling to this point, can't help but feel sorry for Prutt. Poor Prutt loved the queen deeply, but because of Edimiion's scheming, his relationship with the queen was intruded upon. Luna is speechless. Edimaion is way too manipulative. However, Amo says, even so, I still admire Edimaion because I can relate to him. During the conversation, Amo suddenly senses something wrong. He swiftly draws his sword and thrusts it toward the door with a whoosh. Yes, this is the domineering man, the real Amo. He appears innocent, but his true identity is a former bandit leader. To protect Luna, he can sacrifice his life at any time, but to enemies, he's merciless. Luna looks shocked. This is way too far from the original. Am I going to die early? The door creaks open. Thud. Liu Zhen whimpers, Lord Imo is so mean. Seeing Liu Zhen, everyone's faces darken. The magic image stone in Liu Zhen's hand catches their attention. Liu Zhen says awkwardly, I just wanted to record the princess's beautiful moments. But Imo doesn't buy it and demands, when did you get here? Liu Zhen says, since you started talking about Prutt, I came about the princess exam. Just as he's about to change the subject, a maid questions, Prime Minister, don't change the subject. You were secretly filming. Luna is speechless. Amo suddenly asks curiously, if the Prime Minister came about the princess's exam, why did you entrust the egg to us? Exam? Luna is full of questions. Did the novel mention this? How come I never heard of it? Liu Zhen says seriously, as your magic teacher, it's time to test your progress. If you don't get a perfect score on this test, you might be a fake princess, the maid says angrily. That's too much. Who says not getting a perfect score means you're not a princess? Pitiful Luna agrees wholeheartedly. Spare poor me. As Luna looks at the exam questions, Liu Zhen keeps rambling. Imo roars, stop talking. Seeing the questions, Luna breathes a sigh of relief. Not very difficult, perhaps because the questions are too simple. Luna spaces out, thinking about the strange events in the week before her sudden death. To read novels, her savings depleted. She lamented, damn it, who can let me read free novels? Her phone suddenly received a message. Read the entire royal diary for free. She bolted up from near death. Impossible! But she still couldn't resist the temptation and accepted. She flipped through the novel. Athena's mother, who had the title of witch, drove away the queen consort and took the position of the king's wife. The king hoped she would bear a son, but she gave birth to daughter Athena, then had frequent miscarriages. Finally, the king angrily executed the consort, under the pretext of protecting Athena, but actually out of disgust. The king drove her from the palace. Influenced by her father, Athena became a player. Later, the king was killed by rebels. Athena quickly dealt with the villain tyrant. From then on, she lived happily with her handsome men. Then Athena gave birth to Luna, but didn't specify who her father was. The first part ended there. Sensei curiously opened a second part, but right away, Athena died. The writing style changed drastically, and in the end, even Luna died by assassination. Sensei was completely petrified. Who reads this garbage? She still read it carefully in the end, so there was a connection, all along. Transmigrating into a novel she read. This is too strange. And after that, searching, online, there was no trace of it at all. Then after reading intensively, for a week, you died. Sensei. This sentence makes Luna look in surprise at the person before her. Sensei, this person is her imaginary creation. She pulls out a chair on her own. So what's really going on? I can see you're not happy to call me out. Luna doesn't say a word. Sensei sweats. What a weirdo. Sensei was an orphan. Whenever she needed someone to talk to, she would imagine a friend to chat with. She didn't really like the person she imagined, after all, who likes facing their own inner darkness and cowardice. Luna interrupts Sensei. Let's talk business, Luna writes, scribbling. Why was I reborn as the protagonist in a novel? Next, Luna asks the second question. Why do I still have memories from my past life? Sensei writes conclusions for each of Luna's questions. Sensei suddenly points at Luna. Third, does this body have memories from before age 7? Luna thinks with furrowed brow. Can't remember. If it were normal reincarnation, I should remember everything. Sensei points at what she wrote. Don't you still remember the language here? Luna only forgetting memories before 7 is indeed strange. Sensei asks, any other questions? Luna speaks frankly. There's one more very strange question. Prutt is very strange. His speech patterns are vastly different. Sensei picks her ear, doubting what she heard. His years-long seal as a doting father must have been broken. Alright, now the most important thing is to find the 4 sacred relics. According to the setting, the 4 sacred relics were prepared to stop Britannia's attack. Finding the relics will avoid being killed at 12. Sensei shouts in alarm. We're doomed. You thought that part was boring and skipped it. Hearing this, Luna turns around. Ah, the sunshine is so nice. Don't escape reality. Sensei is driven to scratch her head by Luna's attitude. Suddenly she stands up. I know, it's fine, find a father. Find a good father. The reason Luna will die is because her mana is depleted. Mana is inherited from the father. Just find items that match the mana type. Also, mana items will curse and kill unrelated people. So have a purge meeting. This way Luna will be saved. Regarding Sensei's words, Luna strongly objects. She doesn't want anyone to sacrifice because of her. Seeing this, Sensei says, then let's leave it for now. Age 12 is still far away. Now there are 3 strategies. First, the suggestion I just made, pass. Second, find the 4 sacred relics. Third is to act cute. Hearing this, Luna directly sends her away. Truly heartless. This is no different from being callously abandoned. Luna, having sorted her thoughts, feels very tired. Why am I so sleepy? Luna collapses and falls asleep. Liu Zhen barges in carelessly. Princess, how did the exam go? Seeing Luna slumped on the table, Liu Zhen smiles. I cast a spell, yet she still fell asleep. Seems she really hates exams. Liu Zhen casually glances at Luna's test paper. Oh my goodness. In less than 15 minutes, word spreads throughout the entire palace. Liu Zhen accidentally gave the princess the highest level magic exam. And the princess actually got everything right within 30 minutes. The maids whisper, how is that possible? The princess is only 7. Edimaion interrupts them. Wait, please tell me the details. At this moment, outside the exam room, Amo has a gentle expression, looking at the sleeping Luna. He didn't expect the princess to be so excellent. Night, Amo, you can go back now? Edimaion continues happily. From now on, I want to celebrate alone with my daughter. Let me take her away, Amo says anxiously. You're too kind. Inside the exam room, there's anti-cheating magic. You can't take Luna out until the designated time. Edimaion is a bit unhappy. Just have Liu Zhen remove it. Where is Liu Zhen? Amo says with a sweat drop. Liu Zhen already took the princess's test paper to show off throughout the palace. Edimaion declares directly, then I'll stay with the princess until time's up. Edimaion walks in on his own. Looking at Luna's sleeping face, he can't help but admire. Is there anyone in this world more adorable than her? No matter who your biological father is, you're my daughter. Edimaion sighs in relief. Good thing I didn't kill the child's mother in that den back then. Otherwise, I wouldn't have seen this child. Just as he's full of inner drama, the exam alarm rings. 5 minutes left until the exam ends. Time passes. Edimaion thinks, if only time could stop at this moment. Amid everyone's discussion, Prutt can't control himself and walks toward Luna. But he thinks without confidence. The princess is a genius, which is indeed cause for joy. But as a mere knight, what right do I have to celebrate for her? Prutt feels the 4 father candidates game is utterly absurd. After all, even someone like Edimaion can be on the candidate list. Prutt doesn't want Luna to be with the other candidate fathers. He doesn't quite understand why he feels this way. Just as he walks toward Luna, he sees Edimaion holding Luna. Hunting mode is about to activate. Scoundrel! What right do you have to hold the princess? Seeing this, Edimaion bursts out laughing. Prutt demands, what are you laughing at? Edimaion says, do you think I've been so respectful to you because you're handsome? I was just trying to appear docile in front of the queen. But now I'm a father candidate just like you, so I won't tolerate you anymore. Prutt won't indulge him either. In that case, you should be permanently removed from the father candidates. On the other side, a maid says disrespectfully, the princess must have cheated. After all, she has many magic items. No, Harolyn explains. The princess is definitely a genius. She also found the hidden egg. A 7-year-old child with such insight is absolutely a genius. Hearing this, the maid also thinks anyone who can complete Queen Athena's task must be a genius. Also, Harolyn absolutely never lies. After all, Athena once flew into a rage because of Harolyn's terrible acting. But still, the princess is only 7, just as the maid falls into doubt again. A barefoot giant, oh no. Darlon walks over and confirms Luna is indeed a genius. He indicates that if the 2 maids continue questioning like this, they'll be dealt with by Prutt. At this moment, Edimaion and Prutt are ready to draw swords for a showdown. Luna in Edimimon's arms is internally breaking down. Already awake, she doesn't dare open her eyes. So scared, Prutt decides to kill Edimaion before the princess wakes. Luna cries inwardly. What should I do? Now is the time to unite against outsiders. They can't fight. Okay, then I'll conquer the world with cuteness. Daddy, Luna loves you. Luna likes kind and gentle daddies. The original purpose was to soothe them, but unexpectedly, hearing this, the 2 bristle again. The princess called me. What do I have to say? What do I have to do for you to love me a little less? She instantly wants to play dead. Edimaion smugly retorts, it wasn't me. Prutt speaks bluntly, don't want to deal with you. Get lost. Seeing the 2 stop arguing, Luna thinks her consolation worked and shows a relieved smile. At this moment, Amo comes over. Captain Edimaion, the assassination mission the Prime Minister entrusted to you needs to be executed. Edimimon's face falls. Sending me to kill enemies in front of my daughter? Is that appropriate? Prutt sneakily adds, she's not your daughter. Edimaion reluctantly hands Luna over to Amo. Got it. I'm entrusting my daughter to you. Then he turns around boldly. Wait for my triumphant return. At this moment, Luna secretly opens her eyes to watch Edimaion leave. She thinks to herself how Edimaion is usually so carefree that she almost forgot he's the captain of the assassination squad. Thinking about these 2 men's identities, it seems Queen Athena didn't choose them simply for companionship. Watching Amo holding Luna, Prutt orders, give her to me! Amo looks surprised as he lets Prutt take the princess. Prutt mutters, didn't expect you to be this heavy. Luna thinks, thanks a lot, I really appreciate that. Hearing this, Amo says, how about I take her? Prutt gives him a look that makes Amo laugh out loud. This makes Prutt feel baffled and quite annoyed. Amo says with a smile, it seems you haven't realized yet. Prutt holds Luna and frowns in thought. What nonsense is this? Soon, Prutt carries Luna back to her room and sits by the bed watching her sleeping face. She really looks like the queen. Luna feels immense pressure at this moment. Why isn't this guy leaving? At this moment, she suddenly remembers what Dr. Qian said about his daughter-obsessed seal being released. Then Then Prutt's voice reaches her ears. I should go. Luna hurriedly grabs Prutt's hand and says drowsily, Daddy. But in her heart, she keeps complaining. Am I crazy? What do I do now? Prutt sits back down. At this moment, the two inadvertently lock eyes, leaving them both stunned. On the other side, Darren tells the maids not to gossip behind people's backs. If the black-haired man hears you, you'll lose your heads. Then he orders, go about your work, and pass the word to the others. The two maids hastily flee the scene. Harolyn was about to tell Darren about Luna when Darren says, I already know. Harolyn can't help but marvel, a dragon's ears are truly sharp. But Darren says matter-of-factly, I didn't hear it. I saw it with my own eyes. Aren't I amazing? Feel free to praise me. Harolyn is speechless. At this moment, Darren jumps down from the windowsill. What are you holding? Harolyn says, wildflowers. I picked by the roadside. I wanted to celebrate for Princess Luna, but they look a bit shabby. Darren snaps his fingers. The flowers dance gracefully, entwined with silk threads. Darren says gently, perhaps it's insignificant, but it's precious. I think the one in your hand has meaning precisely because it's humble, just as Harolyn is moved by Darren's wisdom. Darren smiles and conjures up a gorgeous bouquet. Let's go. What a master manipulator. Darren and Harolyn walk into Luna's room and hear the maid whisper softly, shh, keep it down. In the end, the four of them end up stacking on top of each other at the door. Inside the room, Luna slowly wakes up. She thinks to herself that magic really doesn't work on her. She turns her head and sees Prutt lying by the bedside. Luna thinks, oh no, when he wakes up he won't chop my head off, will he? Luna can't control herself. She wants to touch Prutt's hair, but Prutt suddenly grabs her hand. When Prutt comes to his senses, please forgive me, princess. I'm not used to having people around when I sleep, Luna blurts out. I'm not used to having family either. Realizing her words sound wrong, she explains, my mom went to heaven, and I only recently got 4 chosen daddies. Luna continues being sweet. Prutt, you're my family. Just call me Luna. Prutt returns to his usual cold demeanor. That wouldn't be proper. He turns toward the door. However, it seems there are some rats hiding over there. The 4 people outside think, you're the rat! Your whole family are rats! Prutt draws his sword and slashes at the door. The 4 of them laugh awkwardly. We've been discovered! The 2 maids quickly make excuses and run off. Harolyn says with a grin, Muto, should we leave too? Darren, transformed into a child, points at the menacing Prutt. It's too late. Prutt is so cunning, taking on the daddy role first. Harolyn looks admiring and gives a thumbs up, as expected of Lord Prutt. Amazing! At this moment, Luna notices, hey, isn't that a recording stone? Darren looks at the crystal beside him. My daughter is so cute, of course I have to record it. Hearing this, Prutt just wants to draw his sword. Luna quickly changes the subject. By the way, Harolyn, what are you holding? Harolyn was about to say it's flowers to celebrate her perfect score when scheming Darren pulls out his large bouquet. Luna is overwhelmed by them. Is this really necessary? But at this moment, an even bigger surprise arrives. Several guards bring in a whole room full of flowers. It turns out the master schemer Edimaion sent them to celebrate the princess's perfect score. Luna blushes looking at the handsome man. It's just a perfect score on a 7-year-old's test. At this moment, an exclamation. Oh my, that test is only 7-year-old level for the princess? Edimaion says with a radiant smile. Congratulations, princess, on achieving a perfect score on the advanced magic exam in 30 minutes. Hearing this, Luna's jaw drops. Edimaion adds casually to the guard. Some small fries dared to take up my time with the princess. In my anger, I eliminated them. Luna is still stunned. Darn it, they won't get suspicious, will they? Luna frantically explains that she read some books before. The atmosphere becomes awkward. Luna thinks, this excuse really is terrible. At this moment, Harolyn speaks up. Wait, the ability to remember everything you see? Isn't that the same as Lord Prutt? Prutt also feels somewhat puzzled. How could the princess have the same ability as him? And his memory isn't common. Jealousy makes people ugly. Edimaion says sourly, how can you compare the princess's genius ability with those of just anyone? Only now does Sensei realize that Luna possesses the same memory as she did in her past life. Luna looks at Prutt. Could I really be Prutt's child? But Prutt shyly changes the subject, saying they need to search for the 4 sacred relics. Little schemer Edimaion seizes the opportunity to invite the princess to go on a picnic. Prutt looks at Edimaion angrily. Searching for the relics is a mission from the queen. We need to start now, Harolyn chimes in. The relics are important, but does Lord Prutt know how to search for them? Prutt sweats nervously. How would I know? Just search with your heart. Warm-hearted Darren steps in. Prutt, you're too tense. Relax a bit. While speaking, Darren presents his flowers to Luna. Harolyn silently hides his small wildflowers behind his back. Luna says thoughtfully to Harolyn, Harolyn, don't you also have something to give me? Harolyn says shyly, it's nothing, princess. Prutt repeats again that finding the relics is important. Edimaion agrees. You guys go. I'll accompany the princess alone. On the other side, in the royal council hall, the Imperial regent's lackey says, the princess is still young. She can't choose the emperor based on her whims. Lu Zhen retorts, the princess's genius ability is unprecedented. She completed the advanced magic exam in just 30 minutes and achieved a perfect score. A minister adds, yes, I heard the hidden egg in the Easter game was also discovered by the princess. After that, all the ministers are successfully convinced. The princess is the best. The princess is the purest. Long live the princess. Even the Imperial regent's lackey switches sides. In this battle, the Imperial regent loses. Luna doesn't know she's gained more supporters. At this moment, hearing about the picnic, she cheers, I want to go on a picnic. If Her Highness wants to play, everyone will indulge her. If Prutt wants to find the relics, let him go alone. Darren, with a snap, changes himself and Luna into matching outfits. The great demon Edimaion says, you should go do great things like finding the relics. I alone can accompany the princess. But who would listen to him? him. Prutt steps forward. Wait, Darren calls him out. If you want it, say it. Don't be stubborn. Prutt tells him to shut up. I just want to protect the princess. As Luna is smelling the familiar flowers, little Qian appears again. Are you getting in too deep, little one? Luna's inner thoughts are laid bare because she is her. After trying so hard for so long, she still can't escape fate's arrangements. The spy's death, Herolin's victory. The general plot hasn't changed. Herolin comes over and asks Luna what's troubling her. Little Qian looks at Herolin. He's quite perceptive. Luna snaps out of it. Herolin smiles and picks a rose, placing it on Luna's head. Roses are very much like the princess. Both make people feel happy. Herolin suddenly realizes, Princess, I'm sorry. I'm used to taking care of my younger siblings. He covers his face shyly. I'm truly happy to be the princess's family. This side of Herolin brings some warmth to Luna's heart. But little Qian sarcastically reminds her, you're not thinking of playing family, are you? You've already lost them once. Luna thinks, I know, it's just... Suddenly Edimaion whooshes out. Jealous, he complains ominously that the princess abandoned him to play happily with Herolin. Then he grins and places more roses on Luna's head. Compared to the princess, everything else is trash. Seeing this, Darren joins in the fun. I can't just watch. He snaps his fingers and presents Luna with a basket of flowers. Then he brags that he has more flowers than them, and his enthusiasm for the princess is 10 times theirs. As sparks fly among the three, Prutt storms over angrily. In this situation, Prutt doesn't want to be left behind. He walks toward the rose garden and reaches out to pick flowers when Edimaion smacks Prutt's hand away and makes an excuse. There's a bug. Prutt can't take this little schemer anymore. Let's fight. Edimaion scoffs. Ah, caught. So you knew the bug I meant was you. Luna doesn't know how to ease the atmosphere and can only laugh awkwardly. Thank you, everyone. All the daddies are dazzled by Luna's smile. Meanwhile, the Imperial regent is scolding his lackey subordinate. Even you joined in shouting, Long live Princess Luna, you scoundrel. The subordinate kneels and begs for mercy. I have other methods. The regent, fantasizing about marrying Luna, listens to his subordinate's plan. We'll find the relics first and show the people that they're all show, while you, though not easy on the eyes, are the best emperor candidate. The regent feels something's off but still laughs. Let them see our power. On the other side at the spring outing, Luna is playing house. She wants Prutt to eat mud balls. Prutt is awkward and doesn't know what to do, but Darren directly stuffs the mud ball in his mouth and after tasting gives it 50 points. Prutt says angrily, are you saying that to gain favor? Then he draws his sword and walks toward Darren. Luna, afraid Prutt will become a dragon slayer, hurries to mediate. Daddy should play with his daughter, and killing someone in front of your daughter isn't good. Prutt directly suggests then, let's practice sword play. Edimaion says, then you go practice. I'll play with the princess, alone. Luna pouts. That's not called playing. Prutt knows. This makes the three of them exclaim in surprise. Luna suggests playing hide-and-seek. Prutt and Edimaion look confused, while Darren and Herolin proudly say they know how to play. Competitive Prutt scoffs. Isn't it just finding the hiding person and beating them up? Luna speechlessly but patiently explains the game rules, and the game begins. Edimaion volunteers to be the seeker, holding a vine whip and playfully threatening Herolin behind the tree. Come out nicely. I'll let you go. Not so painfully. At this moment, Herolin deeply regrets not stopping him from being the seeker. Then a voice says, there's a rat here. Herolin doesn't dare breathe. Right here? Hearing the voice, Edimaion turns around and sees his arch-rival Prutt. Prutt says leisurely, I'm the seeker. The rule of the game is to kill the one you find. Edimaion says he quite likes this rule too. Just now, it was only because of my daughter that I couldn't kill you. Now, he strikes directly. Prutt dodges and draws his sword to attack. She's not your daughter. Edimaion laughs angrily. Even if she's not my daughter, what's it to you? Prutt is momentarily speechless. It's an emotion even he can't understand. Whenever someone gets close to the princess, he gets inexplicably angry. At first it was to protect the princess, fearing someone would hurt her, but later he gradually developed a longing. He also wanted to blend into the harmonious scenes. Edimaion calls him out directly. Just admit it. You also want to become the princess's family. Prutt grits his teeth thinking of the past. What's this worthless family game anyway? Prutt kicks Edimaion away. Edimaion mocks Prutt for a sneak attack. Fighting should be fair and square. However, he kicks up dust, obscuring Prutt's vision. Prutt closes his eyes to sense the enemy's movement, then strikes fiercely. Edimaion is knocked directly into a tree. Hilarious. And Edimaion looks at Prutt, who refuses to admit it. You're angry. Doesn't that mean you admit it? Just as Prutt is thinking about tearing this man apart, stop it! Herolin suddenly intervenes. You two are normal right now. If you don't stop, I'll have to use force. Prutt doesn't care at all. He has bloodthirsty genes in his body anyway. He'll fight as usual. However, at this moment, Luna calls out, Prutt, you broke the rules. Prutt immediately feels guilty. He releases his grip on Edimaion because he doesn't want to be disliked by cute Luna. The three daddies kneel on washboards, receiving Luna's lecture, but Herolin is too innocent. Edimaion wants to blame Prutt, but Luna sees right through it. Edimaion, lying makes you a bad person. Prutt, on the side, realizes he truly lost control because of Luna. The moment he locks eyes with Luna, he feels like a fool. Luna suddenly speaks. Next, let me be the seeker. The person found has to be my subordinate for life. And so the game starts again. As Luna counts, little Qian appears again. Surprising that you volunteered to be the seeker you hate. When you were the seeker as a child, everyone went home, leaving you alone. Why play this game again? Luna wants to chase little Qian away, but little Qian is herself. She still has the shadow of being abandoned. friend. In her past life, she was too bad at games, so no one wanted to play with her, mainly because she was an orphan, so others preferred to tease her. Yes, she clearly doesn't like this game. Why did she think of playing hide and seek then? After some internal struggle, Luna still decides to play on. She has a premonition that if she persists to the end, she'll definitely see a scene she likes, but she doesn't know how to search at first. Just as Luna is sweating profusely, she sees a corner of clothing showing under a tree. Walking closer, she sees it's Edimaion. Edimaion, seeing the princess found him, exaggerates his flattery. The princess is amazing, truly a genius to find me so quickly. Luna sees through Edimimon's scheme. He just wants to stay with her. Edimaion tearfully confesses that if he's away from the princess too long, he might die of longing. Luna scolds him not to do it next time, not following the game rules, but she's still grateful to him, because having found one person, she won't feel like she's the only one left behind anymore. To prevent Edimaion from troubling Prutt, Luna decides to keep him by her side. At this moment, the two discover countless petals scattered beside a small tree. Darlon under the tree says happily, "The flower crown I prepared for the princess is finally done. Worth making it 10 times. But Luna's call startles Darlon so much he crunches the crown out of shape. Looking at the twisted crown before him, Darlon's eyes fill with tears. Luna apologizes sincerely that she didn't mean to. Darlon gently says, "It's fine. It's just that his craftsmanship isn't good enough to give a proper gift." Looking at Darlon with red ears, Luna truly feels this candidate daddy is too cute. Luna is moved and takes the deformed crown, but suddenly Edimaion beats her to it. The little schemer is back online, so the princess is having a secret meeting with the bee. No, with Darlon. "The crown looks so nice. Can you put it on me?" Darlon says with a moved expression. "This crown is so ugly, yet you still like it. You're such a good person." Innocent Darlon makes Edimaion feel a bit guilty. He returns Darlon's crown to Luna. Looking at Edimaion before her in this warm scene, little Qian comes online again. "I hope you don't have too much expectation for this temporary family." Luna knows herself that being with them is just to survive, but she has invested her emotions. Half an hour later, Edimaion successfully dismantles Darlon's flower crown. Then he complains about Prutt. He's such a maniac, playing hide and seek so seriously. At this moment, straight-laced Prutt's thoughts are, he just made a mistake in front of the princess, so this time he must perfectly complete the hide and seek mission. To find the stubborn Prutt, Luna and the others decide to split up, but Luna searches for a long time and can't find Prutt anywhere. She calls out loudly but gets no response, so Luna deduces that Prutt is hiding in a place where sound can't penetrate. While thinking, she suddenly notices a tree shorter than the surrounding grass. A flash of light stings Luna's eyes. When she opens them again, she sees a breathtakingly beautiful scene. Luna stares in wonder at the fairy-like young lady before her and blushes. The young lady smiles and asks Luna if she's lost and if she needs help getting out. Luna says she's looking for a handsome man with black hair. The young lady expresses regret that she hasn't seen this person. Luna can only take her leave, but Luna, dazed by the young lady's beauty, trips over herself when turning to leave. Honestly, this wasn't intentional. Does anyone believe that? The young lady comes over to ask if Luna is okay. Luna says awkwardly, "It's fine, just scrape my knee a bit." Seeing this, the young lady directly kisses Luna's knee, just as Luna's heart races. The young lady explains she possesses healing magic. She was being forward to heal her. Hearing this, Luna feels something's odd. In Astoria's territory, ordinary children can't enter this forest. In the original story, at this time, Prince Macau Yabel Esteban of Roselia was visiting the Imperial city, so this silver-haired young lady before her might be Macau's relative. No wonder she's so beautiful. Luna looks happily at the young lady before her, absolutely delighted. Luna curiously asks the young lady why she's here and if she's lost. The young lady says she can handle it herself and tells Luna not to worry. Luna says slyly, "I'm a child, I'm the best listener." The young lady is successfully drawn in by Luna. She says she hates herself, doesn't have the ability to love herself, so she doesn't dare hope for others to love her. Luna exclaims, "That's so foolish. If you don't like yourself, others won't like you either. That saying is too foolish. Hating yourself is because you haven't reached your own expected goals, and having expectations for yourself actually means you like yourself very much." Luna advises the young lady to be more forgiving of herself. Luna's words successfully move the young lady. The young lady asks Luna's name. Luna doesn't want to deceive her, and to avoid the writers creating a tragic identity swap plot from idol dramas. "Luna, my name is Luna." The young lady says she'll forever remember this beautiful young lady before her, and tells her that when you want to find someone you truly love, no matter where they are, even the smallest trace can become a clue to finding that person. As soon as she finishes speaking, she disappears. Only then does Luna realize she didn't ask her name. Recalling her appearance, she can't help but think of Prince Macau. Come to think of it, in the original story she even dated him. Luna shakes her head. This time, even if it kills her, she can't get involved with him. This man hiding in the tree hollow is the Empire's most evil slaughterer. Luna, wanting to escape her death fate, is determined to cling tightly to this tyrant's thigh. But the scent of the tree, hollow. Distant memories flood Prutt's mind. As a child, unable to endure his mother's abuse, the scarred Prutt always liked hiding in wooden cabinets to gain some sense of security. After meeting Athena, his Athena would always precisely find his his location. Then she'd open the cabinet door and ask him to forget those unhappy memories. Prutt didn't understand why Athena could always so accurately find his location. Athena said she saw the sword he carried with him, and also the feeling. When you truly love someone, even the smallest clue can help you find them. Even though the queen said these words, Prutt still doubted whether he hid too well. After all, no one would love him that much, and so much time has passed, but he still hopes Luna can find him. Just as Prutt laughs at himself for being too foolish and shouldn't have such delusions. Whoosh! Luna pokes her little head in. Daddy, I found you! Prutt, surprised and delighted, asks, how did you find me? Luna explains that she saw sword marks in the grass, and also, the feeling. Prutt recalls the queen again. So when you truly love someone, you notice small details. So he really is loved. Luna extends her small hand. Let's go back, Prutt. After coming out, Luna searches for Edimaion and the other two. Prutt wants Luna to go home and rest, but Luna says she wants to go back with everyone. At this moment, she suddenly discovers a trail of acorns on the ground. Luna follows the acorn trail. At the end, she sees the backs of the other three daddies. Seeing Luna coming, Darlon says, I wanted to lead the princess to see this beautiful scenery. Wow, this causes dissatisfaction from the other two. Stop showing off. I found this place. Liar, it was clearly me. Looking at the beautiful scenery before her and feeling the daddy's love. Luna starts crying. This crying makes these daddies panic. What do we do? Princess sweetheart, don't cry. Did Prutt scare you? Luna shakes her head. No, she just says with emotion, thank you, Daddy. Seeing this, the four men start competing to take Luna home. On the other side, the young lady Luna met in the forest returns home and changes into men's clothing. Looking incredibly handsome, he tells her subordinate that he discovered something incredibly amazing today. Muscle Daddy Harolyn is searching everywhere for flowers. But the florist says the festival is coming up and all the flowers were bought by a handsome blonde young man. Harolyn immediately knows that man is Edimaion. He asks Edimaion to help him. Edimaion sighs. How is it that I have no resistance to this fool Harolyn? Finally, Edimaion teaches Harolyn a method. First, learn to solve problems with violence. Tell your subordinates if they can't buy flowers, come see you with their heads. If that still doesn't work, take a whip and threaten the flower shop owner. Innocent Harolyn naturally can't handle this method. He escapes to Darlon, wanting to learn magic to conjure flowers. Darlon readily agrees. First step is to close your eyes and breathe deeply. Second step is to become one with nature. However, Harolyn ultimately fails. He begins to doubt himself and can't help wondering. At a time like this, if the queen were here, what would she do? Harolyn can't help recalling 20 years ago when he first met the queen. That time, the crying Harolyn met Athena under a tree. Athena asked him why he was crying. Harolyn, because Athena was too beautiful, shyly turned and ran. Athena called him back and asked, "You're Craiga's son, right?" Little Harolyn cried again. "Yes, I'm the child of the traitor Craiga family," Athena said. "Then you're the genius boy from the rumors." Harolyn shyly lowered his head and answered, "You're too kind. Children of the Craiga family are useless no matter how excellent." Athena asked curiously, "Not even the night examination grounds where anyone can challenge regardless of status?" Harolyn turned to look at Athena. "Yes." Then Athena jumped down from the tree with a thud. "I'm the witch's daughter, you know." After saying this, Athena pulled Harolyn to the night examination grounds. That was the first time Athena held Harolyn's hand. A girl's hand, yet surprisingly had many calluses. But it was very warm. Arriving at the examination grounds, Harolyn was stopped. But Athena very firmly made them let Harolyn into the grounds. Only then did Harolyn learn that Athena was the Empire's Grand Princess. After they successfully entered the grounds, Athena told Harolyn not to worry. As long as you have ability, the examiners will definitely let you pass. But if you lack ability, there's nothing to be done. Athena poked Harolyn's thin arms and legs and said, "This won't do. I like strong people." At this moment, Luna is elegantly drinking her Manhwa afternoon tea. According to normal circumstances, she should now search for the lizard skin coat, one of the 4 sacred relics. But she doesn't know how to find it. Oh no! Hearing the princess's cry, Edimaion rushes over. "What's wrong? Did that big bad guy Prutt scare you? Don't badmouth others because walls definitely have ears." Prutt's "shut up" makes the two quickly turn around. Prutt fiercely scolds Edimaion. "All you do is stick to the princess like glue. Did that last battle not wake you up?" Edimaion takes the bait. "Fine, I want to kill you too." Luna the peacemaker quickly runs toward Prutt. "Daddy, I missed you so much." But our flat-footed Luna accidentally trips again. Fortunately, Prutt catches her in his arms. Looking at Prutt before her, Luna feels this man is incredibly gentle. It's just that his gentle nature is masked by his rough tone and awkward personality. How fortunate to have met them. Just as Luna's mind wanders, Prutt gently asks her if she needs to see a doctor. Luna shakes her head. This man is overly gentle. She also considerately asks if she's too heavy. Prutt honestly says yes. Well, gentle my foot. Her judgment was too shallow to be moved by a straight-laced man. Harolyn, running over, sees Prutt holding the princess. He asks Prutt not to bully the princess. Luna jumps down from Prutt and runs crying into Harolyn's arms. "Wah!" Prutt said, "I'm heavy." Harolyn hugs Luna. "The princess is light as a feather. I can lift her with just one hand." Darlon on the side mocks, "How interesting." He leaps down from the tree. Baby wants a hug too. Wow, one by one, Harlan is so handsome. Just as Luna becomes starry-eyed, Edimaion says provocatively, "Can Harlan lift me with one hand?" Harlan looks troubled. "I'll try." On the side, Prutt with empty arms, hearing Luna praise Harlan, is quite jealous. Harlan is clearly lying. She's obviously heavy. You can't lie to the princess. At this moment, Lu Zhan walks over. "Everyone's here. Breaking news is trending. Turns out Duke Fabion's heir, only 12 years old, defeated all the S-class knights. This is another genius after Prutt. So Lu Zhan's purpose for coming today is to decide which knight order this genius will join. Actually, anywhere is fine. They just want to arrange a love interest for poor little Luna." At this moment, Luna, who read the original story, follows the plot to the forest. Just then, she hears a low growl. Luna follows the sound to find the young knight. He sits under a tree like an injured beast. Seeing Luna approach him, he curses angrily. "Get lost, shorty!" But Luna whooshes to his side and tells him to show her his injured arm. "If you don't release the energy, the dark power will attack your own body." Fabian is shocked. "How do you know?" Luna says, "Dealing with that tree is the priority now. I'll explain later," after Fabian refuses. Luna, having pinpointed Fabian's childhood trauma, grabs his hand. "If you don't attack now, I'll get hurt." Afraid of accidentally hurting someone again, Fabian releases his energy. Bang! Professional faller Luna once again falls into the handsome guy's arms. Sorry, I didn't steady myself." In the handsome guy's arms, Luna curiously looks at the black dragon tattoo on Fabian's body. Those who have this tattoo receive the dragon's blessing, so they can use black flames. She stays in his arms and says, "Black flames are powerful. You need to release them regularly or you'll be consumed." Fabian blushes and says, "Don't talk about these things in such an embarrassing position." He questions how Luna knows all this. Luna panics under his stare. I read it in books. I love reading." Fabian tells Luna not to meddle, but Luna says she doesn't want him to get hurt. Fabian says he stopped caring long ago. After losing control of his power and hurting his friends, Fabian never dared to release his energy in front of others again. Luna says, "Use your power in front of me. I'll be fine. Besides tripping a lot, I can handle anything else." Luna confidently swears she absolutely won't get hurt. Fabian is touched. "Why does everyone fear me, except you?" The romantic lines from the original story appear. Luna, who wanted to avoid the romance plot, looks at the pitiful face before her. Mainly, he's handsome. Luna can't help but comfort him. "Ha yeah, I'm a monster too, so it doesn't matter if you're one," Fabian says dominantly. "Tell me your name." While Luna is having a romantic moment with Fabian, the 4 oblivious dad candidates are frantically competing for Fabian. After all, this child is too outstanding. As everyone argues, the boy who's stolen their precious girl walks toward the dads, holding Luna's hand. Seeing this, the dads instantly unite. This annoying brat. Even dogs would shake their heads. They definitely don't want him. So they unanimously agree to let Harlan be the teacher. Just as Luna cheers that Harlan is the most handsome, Fabian glares furiously at Harlan. Harlan says modestly that Prutt is more impressive. After all, he could defeat S-class knights at age 10. This makes Luna curious about Prutt's past. In the novel, Prutt was the son of the tyrant Deimos. After Athena killed Deimos, Prutt became Athena's knight. Doesn't Prutt hate Athena? Harlan says he's not very sure either. When he first met Prutt, it was in the Imperial forest. Prutt was sitting injured under a tree. The moment Prutt saw Harlan, he grabbed him and threatened, "If you dare make a sound, I'll kill you." While Prutt was covering Harlan's mouth, a voice suddenly came from outside. "No matter how you hide, it's useless. I have all the time to discipline you." After the person left, Harlan forcibly applied herbs to Prutt's injured foot. Prutt asks if Harlan is an apprentice knight. After Harlan answers yes, Prutt scans him up and down. "To become a knight, you need to build your body. So frail like this, how can you even lift a sword?" Harlan says this is the second time he's heard this. A girl told him this before, but he can never see her again. She was expelled from the palace by the emperor for helping him enter the knight exam. He doesn't know where the princess went, but he's determined to become strong. When he meets the princess, again, he can protect her, like she protected him. Prutt mocks Harlan. "Are you in love?" The shy Harlan asks back. "Don't you have someone you like?" Prutt answers, "Not now, not ever." This answer, as if from the depths of darkness, shocks Harlan. What has this person been through? Just as he's about to ask, his teammates arriving from afar interrupt him. Seeing this, Prutt gets up and leaves directly. Before leaving, he tells Harlan to train twice as hard. After all, success is 3 parts talent, 7 parts effort. Then Prutt adds, "But I'm a genius. I don't know what lacking talent feels like. I can't relate. Too much." Just as Harlan prepares to call out Prutt showing off, Prutt walks over. "I didn't expect you to be such a blabbermouth." Seeing Prutt with a storm cloud over his head, Luna throws herself at him again. "I'm sorry, Luna asked things she shouldn't have." Seeing Luna throw herself at him, Prutt swoops down and catches Luna with one hand. Not very difficult. Harlan nearby also sincerely apologizes to Prutt. "I'm sorry, I meant no harm." Prutt's bad habit of drawing his sword at the slightest disagreement resurfaces. "Draw your sword. Let's have a match." Well, what to do? Might as well humor him, Harlan says helplessly. "As you wish." Watching the two confronting each other, Luna on the side has tears tears streaming down. Fuck, how did it turn out like this? The two fight like they're playing, chatting while fighting. Prutt asks Harolyn, the princess keeps saying fuck. What kind of spell is that? Harolyn says, maybe it's a prayer spell for us. Alright, done chatting, let's continue fighting. Prutt thrusts his sword, asking Harolyn, why don't you defend yourself? Harolyn thrusts back, saying, whatever the reason, hurting you was wrong of me. Prutt says Harolyn's arrogance is really unlikable. Harolyn sighs helplessly. He's practiced swordsmanship so long and is skilled with the sword, but never understood people's hearts. Prutt patiently advises, whatever the reason, you need to learn to express yourself. However, the sympathy revealed in Harolyn's eyes at this moment suddenly provokes Prutt. He tells Harolyn, I hate your pitying look. It makes me feel like you're looking down on me in some ways. What's worse is you haven't even noticed this fact. Harolyn says earnestly, I was wrong. I'll work hard to change. Though I lack talent, you told me I can achieve anything through effort. I'm very happy to have sparred with Lord Prutt today. We can continue next time. After the two cease fighting, Prutt looks toward Fabian on the tree branch. No need to peek. This match was to show you how knights spar. Only then does Luna understand the two weren't really fighting. Harolyn says it's thanks to the princess casting the fuck magic spell. Prutt gets angry again. The princess's fuck was clearly meant for me. Fabian is unhappy. Why only say it to them and not to me? Oh heavens, can we not have these silly dad candidates and silly couples? The mighty Prutt declares dominantly. I can also lift her with one hand. Persistence always pays off. Harolyn responds, yes. The princess is so small, anyone can lift her. Everyone's strength differs. Lord Prutt doesn't need to feel embarrassed about his lacking arm strength. Such a clueless guy can't be a friend. Prutt gets angry again. Draw your sword. Harolyn still says obliviously that he's worried Prutt's arm strength isn't enough and doesn't want to burden him. Looking at these fools before her, Luna feels it's not so bad. That night, Prutt dreams again, dreaming of the scene when he first met the princess. That day, Athena gently asked Prutt if he wanted to hold the princess. Prutt carefully took the princess in his arms. Looking at the tiny and delicate princess, Prutt instantly felt the baby in his hands was much heavier than he imagined. Athena asked Prutt to name the little princess. Prutt blurted out, Artemis, because Artemis means moonlight spirit. While Prutt's heart and eyes are full of Luna, the Imperial regent is also dreaming of being Luna's father. His subordinate says they've captured all the lizards in Amazonia. The lizard skin coat must be among them. The Imperial regent says happily, the money wasn't spent in vain. This will definitely succeed. At this moment, the three dads except Prutt are in the small royal conference room, staring intently at Amo holding Luna. Edimaion listens with murderous intent as Luna praises how handsome Amo is and wants to recognize Amo as her brother. He smears Amo, saying the little kitty is actually pretending to be young. He's almost 30. Luna laughs. So Amo's nickname is Little Kitty? Is it because his eyes turn cat-like when he fights? Edimaion wonders why Prutt, who called them to find the 4 sacred relics, isn't here himself. But actually, even if Prutt came, it wouldn't help. After all, he doesn't know how to find the relics either. However, Luna knows for certain the lizard skin coat absolutely isn't lizard skin. It's a sacred relic after all. She suggests they don't necessarily have to search by the name. Prutt also has a famous nickname, Lizard. Edimiwan's mind races. Then if we skin Prutt, would that be the lizard skin coat? As expected, Edimiwan's brain only works at full speed when tormenting Prutt. Tap tap tap. At this moment Prutt is walking over step by step. But whoosh, he sees a rope flying toward him. The moment Prutt sees the rope, he instantly understands. It must be that little rascal Edimaion. He slashes and cuts the rope. Seeing their plan fail, Edimaion and Darlon discuss their next method to deal with him right in front of Prutt. Prutt is speechless. If not for the princess, I would have slashed you all already. Clang clang, Amo attacks Prutt. For the princess, I'm willing to risk my life. Prutt radiates murderous intent. How are these people like lunatics, fighting the moment they meet? However, at this moment, Harolyn restrains Prutt from behind. Unbelievable. After Harolyn grabs Prutt, Darlon uses magic to blindfold Prutt's eyes. Then they plot to strip Prutt's lizard skin. Prutt really wants to swing his sword and finish off these troublemakers, but he's afraid of hurting the princess, so he can only endure silently. But what about his image in front of the princess if they strip him? At this moment, Lu Zhen comes looking. Prutt shouts, Prime Minister, come quick! However, the moment Lu Zhen opens the door, he sees everyone stripping Prutt's clothes in a spectacular scene. Excuse me, please continue. Haha. Prutt changes into Lu Zhen's clothes and says pitifully, if you wanted my clothes, you could have just asked. Darlon calls him out. Stop pretending. If you were serious, no one could beat you. Yes, Prutt knows everyone is joking. Though they're annoying, Prutt firmly believes they won't harm the princess. Luna acts cute toward Prutt. Let's check now if Prutt's clothes are the lizard skin coat. Luna feels around but doesn't find anything special about the clothes. Seeing Luna methodically searching, Prutt feels Luna is such a careful daughter. If his daughter is happy, he can forgive being teased today. But at this moment, Edimaion plays another trick. Let me check too. Rape! Edimaion tears Prutt's clothes. Oops, so sorry I tore it. This two-faced snake is too hateful, unforgivable. After the chaos ends, Harolyn also falls into a dream. King Deimos, who came from the Knight's Order, ordered the massacre of citizens the moment he took power. Kind-hearted Harolyn couldn't bear children being slaughtered. He drew his sword and defied his fellow knights. If you want to kill these children, defeat me, Harolyn first. The knight leader nearby smiled instead of getting angry. Harlan, don't play hero. If there's extra food, hurry and take it to those little ones. It turned out the knight leader also despised Deimos's cruelty. He felt true knights should protect those who truly need protecting, like Harlan. The knight's order told Harlan, save the surviving residents. Kill Deimos's remnants if you meet them. This task is entrusted to you. Harlan understood he now carried more than just his own life. He swore no matter what happened, he would protect his commanders' and comrades' safety. However, this uprising ultimately ended in failure. Harlan's entire squad was dragged to the execution ground and sentenced to death. He blamed himself for dragging everyone down. But his commander comforted him. Don't blame yourself. You did nothing wrong. Those who stayed to protect the residents were all volunteers. This was the first time Harlan felt staying in the knight's order was a blessed thing. Just as Harlan walked toward the execution ground, he heard the voice of Athena, whom he'd longed for. Liu Zhen also used magic to save Harlan. He told everyone, from now on, this country will be ruled by Athena. Harlan wakes from his dream. He thinks perhaps it's because the princess possesses mana that can trigger others' powerful memories, which is why he keeps dreaming of Athena. Knock, knock, knock. Harlan opens the door. Why would you come to my room so late? While Luna's frantically searching for clues about the skin coat, her door is also knocked. She thinks it's Imo coming to persuade her to rest again. She opens the door saying, Luna is very busy right now. Please don't come for now. However, the moment she opens the door, she sees Harlan. So Imo brought Harlan as reinforcement. Harlan invites the princess to spare him some time. He then brings Luna to the night market. Harlan puts a golden wig on Luna. He praises how her country girl disguise is as cute and charming as a doll. But Luna doesn't buy it. Tell me quickly, why disguise as commoners to come to the night market? Harlan kneels on one knee. Would I have the honor of being the princess's guard tonight? During this time, I only focused on the relics and missed many beautiful things around me. Right now, I just want to stay by the princess's side. But soon after, Harlan changes his mind. It's late. Let's go back. If the other dads find out, we'll definitely get scolded. Luna tightly holds Harlan's hand. Don't worry. Luna will protect you. Walking forward, Luna sees something strange. Harlan explains, this is the execution platform. Those who resisted Deimos went up there. I went up too, but the queen saved me. Harlan's gaze looks toward the distant horizon for a moment. Then he tells Luna affectionately, right now, the person I most want to protect is you. Luna looks at Harlan, hiding her sadness with a smile, feeling sorrowful. Just then, someone nearby shouts, bring your daughter to watch the magic golem challenge. Harlan is moved to tears by the word daughter. He walks forward and sees the vendor saying, whoever topples the magic golem will win the precious magic flower singing Floros. Luna is speechless. Keeping something that looks like this at home would give nightmares, but Harlan recalls his pathetic flower-giving scenes from before. He decides to win this precious flower for Luna. I'll challenge the magic golem. People below whisper, is he crazy? How could he possibly win? Harlan takes off his coat and hands it to Luna. After getting on stage, the vendor explains what to do. But Harlan only asks curiously, I just need to topple it, right? The magic golem attacks Harlan. Harlan goes crack and crushes the golem to pieces. Luna, who received the magic flower, likes it more and more. Just as she's thanking Harlan, she sees a pair of dirty siblings. Upon learning the siblings are orphans and their mother is sick, Luna feels sad. Thinking this flower is so expensive, if she gives it to them to sell, they should be able to hire a good doctor. Harlan knows Luna wants to give the flower to the siblings. He says, I'm fine with it. If the princess thinks it's right, then do it. Luna is deeply moved by this silly dad. Giving it up so easily, what a fool. After giving away the magic flower, Luna walks leisurely on the street with Harlan. At this moment, a fierce shout comes from behind. Don't think you can leave! The vendor from before threatens Harlan. Hand over Floros. In the black market, you must follow black market rules. Harlan shields Luna. Floros isn't in my hands. The vendor doesn't care. His henchmen swarm forward. Seeing this, Harlan can only use force as well. Harlan says kindly, this will hurt. I suggest you surrender. But the vendor is relentless. Harlan has no choice but to educate them about the law while fighting. According to Article N+1 of the law, assaulting people is illegal. According to the law, you will face trial. After easily dealing with the thugs, oh my, Luna squeals. Harlan is so handsome! Harlan takes Luna's hand and leaves. No, this humble servant isn't handsome at all. However, the vendor behind them is very unwilling. If he can't deal with the big one, he'll deal with the small one. He takes a dagger and stabs toward Luna. Seeing this, Harlan quickly turns and shields Luna. The blade stabs toward Harlan. Crack! Just as the vendor thinks he's succeeded, clang, the dagger breaks. Daring to touch Luna, Harlan doesn't hold back. He takes care of him in a few moves. Afterwards, Luna is puzzled. Is Harlan's body made of iron? Harlan says it's because of the clothes the queen gave him. Luna pauses. She tells Harlan to take off his clothes for her. Harlan is quite confused, but since the princess wants it, he'll definitely take it off. Luna takes Harlan's removed coat. She mutters, lizard skin coat. Just as Harlan is full of confusion, she discovers scenes from the past appearing before her eyes. Every moment with the queen reappears in the images. Her rescuing him at the execution platform. Her punishing evil and promoting good. Her saying thank you to him. Every scene makes Harlan feel incredibly fulfilled. After the images disappear, Luna explains to Harlan, these scenes are artificial recreations made by Athena. Mother wanted to show me your past. Just as Harlan wonders how the princess knows so much, Athena's image appears again. She instructs Luna to follow her will and search for the 4 sacred relics. This is the only way to avoid the great disaster at age 12. After Athena finishes instructing Luna, she asks if Harolyn is by her side. She confesses affectionately to Harolyn. Harolyn, you are my strong support. I'm captivated by your purity. Deep in everyone's hearts, they surely love you as I do. You don't need to think you're foolish. Just be yourself. Having transmigrated into a princess who will die at 12, she's found one of the 4 sacred relics that can save her life. But Luna isn't very happy. She keeps thinking about Harolyn's lonely figure after losing the queen. Tossing and turning in bed, Luna suddenly sees Dr. Qian dressed as a man. She asks why Dr. Qian is dressed as a man. Dr. Qian says, "Isn't it because you like handsome men?" Dr. Qian asks Luna if she can't sleep because of Harolyn. But Luna says more than that. She's more curious why Harolyn has been wearing the relic without knowing. After analyzing, they think perhaps the relic is sealed, and the holder can't unseal it without knowing. Either way, Luna learns the relics may not have much connection to their names. There's another question: who exactly is her real father? The novel says Luna's biological father has special bloodline, but this clue alone makes it hard to determine who. Luna suddenly thinks she can try to find Athena's diary. She tiptoes to Athena's room. However, just as she's about to open the door, she's startled by Harolyn behind her. Harolyn asks the princess why she's here. Luna can only say while swaying that she misses her mother. Luna says she's always wanted to sleep with her parents. Hearing this, Harolyn realizes Luna never had a chance to sleep with her parents. He says, "Let this servant sleep with you." Luna's heart is too unsettled to sleep. Seeing this, Harolyn says gently, "If you can't sleep, I'll tell you a story." On a bright moonlit night, a maiden came to the mortal world with the moonlight. An ordinary young man met the maiden by chance and fell deeply in love with her. Later, they had a lovely daughter. However, the moonlight maiden eventually had to return to the moon. The young man swore he would protect the princess. Luna realizes Harolyn misses Athena very much. She asks Harolyn why he came to Athena's bedchamber. Harolyn says his reason is the same as the princess's. Sigh, someone actually believed her nonsense excuse. Waking up early, Luna suddenly misses Prutt. She thinks Prutt will definitely be happy knowing she found a relic. Just as she's running toward Prutt, she successfully twists her ankle again. Prutt catches Luna in his arms. He says helplessly, "Since the princess can't break her falling habit, I'll just work hard to catch her." Seeing Prutt, Luna happily tells him she has good news, but Prutt already knew in advance the good news that Luna found a relic. Luna is a bit disappointed. She wanted to surprise him. Prutt suddenly calls out, "Princess!" He says shyly that he thinks the princess is very impressive. At this moment, the other 3 dads who heard the news also arrive beside them. Thinking about her fate of dying at 12, Dr. Qian, who transmigrated into a 7-year-old princess, thinks day and night about the whereabouts of the other 3 sacred relics. Time flies. Half a year later, Athena's death anniversary. Luna, dressed in mourning clothes, stands on the high platform. She tells Imo that if Mother knew so many people attended her memorial service, she would be very happy. In the noisy crowd below, the 4 dads stand together. Darren says he never expected to be standing with the annoying guys who stole his woman. He mocks Edimaion for looking presentable today, with his useless body. Edimaion retorts that Queen Athena loved him just like this. Watching everyone bicker, Harolyn says with a smile, "Everyone's gotten closer." Prutt looks at him with disdain. "Are you blind?" While they're talking, many petals drift through the air. Prutt picks up a petal. He recognizes these are Cinia petals. Their meaning is, wishes unfulfilled in this life, may they be fulfilled in the next. The Grand Cathedral at dawn. Prutt pushes open the door and sees Edimaion has already arrived at the queen's tomb before him. Edimaion quietly mocks that Prutt is a cunning fox, who came at dawn just like him to be alone with the queen. Prutt gently places flowers before Athena's tomb without saying a word. Seeing this, Edimaion complains before the queen's tomb that Prutt gave him a nickname, calling him Pretty Boy. Prutt also complains back that Edimaion likes to call him Scoundrel. Edimaion is somewhat surprised that Prutt would actually go along with his fox joke. Sure enough, in front of the queen, even the fearsome Prutt becomes gentle. After the 2 walk out of the cathedral, they exchange barbs, hoping this is the last time they meet. But walking out of the cathedral, they see Darlon, Harolyn, and Liu Zhen all standing at the door holding flowers. It turns out everyone wanted to meet the queen in a quiet place. Seeing all 4 gathered, Liu Zhen, feeling like an outsider, tosses the flowers to Prutt, asks him to pass them on, then turns and leaves. Prutt looks down at the bouquet and finds vacation passes Liu Zhen gave them inside. On the back of the card is the place where the queen lived as a child. Liu Zhen wants them to vacation there. The moment Liu Zhen turns after tossing the flowers, he coughs up blood. That symptom again. This blood can't even be washed away with magic. When everyone asks what's wrong, Liu Zhen just waves his hand lightly, saying he's fine. Prutt feels Liu Zhen's movements are strange. Oblivious Luna wakes up to find she's been kidnapped. Just as she's worrying, she discovers her kidnappers are the 4 handsome dads. The kidnapped Luna carefreely eats the delicious food Prutt made. After eating, Luna is full of questions. Why kidnap Luna? Prutt asks her. Didn't Prime Minister Liu Zhen tell you? He said you approved. Only then does Luna hazily remember Imo and Liu Zhen discussing something while she was sleeping yesterday. Imo said they can't do it without the princess's permission, but Liu Zhen said he already obtained written approval. Luna eats breakfast indignantly, recalling when she was swamped with work. Liu Zhen handed her a document to stamp. That sneaky Liu Zhen. The dads explained to Luna this is a vacation and memorial trip, so they came to the queen's childhood home. Only then does Luna realize she's arrived at the part of the original plot about finding the dragon crystal. After the meal, Darren acts according to the diary. He walks in his adult form. Luna knows Darren is going to a place that will remind him of painful memories. She follows Darren to that mysterious place. Just then, Luna hears a strange sound. She turns and sees a giant monster. Just as the monster is about to harm Luna, Darren appears. He saves Luna and asks if she's hurt. Luna apologizes for following him, but Darren doesn't blame her. Children being curious is normal. However, this proves his mind is truly disturbed. Otherwise, how could he not hear his own daughter's footsteps? Darren leads Luna into a cave. He tells Luna to stay close. Just as Luna sees the passage, Darren scoops up Luna, then climbs up the ladder. After reaching their destination, Darren tells Luna to wait there. He needs to find something. Luna senses Darren is reluctant to bring her here, afraid she'll encounter danger. Luna suddenly sees something glowing. She reaches out and tells Darren there's something strange. Darren shouts, "Luna, don't touch it! It's dangerous!" But it's too late. The moment Luna touches the crystal ball, snap, Luna is controlled by the red crystal. Whoosh! Darren runs over and holds Luna. Looking at the sleeping Luna in his arms, Darren comforts softly. "Don't be afraid! This child won't hurt you." When Luna wakes again, she sees herself holding a red crystal. But why does she feel heat? Luna bolts upright. She discovers she's on Darren's dragon back. She's afraid of heights. Darren thinks Luna is screaming happily. He tells Luna what she's holding is a dragon egg. The place they just went was where humans captured dragons for experiments hundreds of years ago. Besides himself with healing abilities, only the crimson dragon with resurrection properties survived. He sealed himself in an egg waiting to resurrect. Seeing Luna's sympathetic face, Darren says, "Don't look at me like that. It's all in the past." After landing, Darren worries Luna will have nightmares, so he gives Luna the purifying earring. Luna says hesitantly, "This is Darren's most precious thing." Darren says, "You misunderstood. You are my most precious." Then Darren also gives the dragon egg to Luna, because this egg's crimson magic will improve one's mood. At this moment, Edimaion and Prutt stride over asking what they're doing. Luna worries if they know she and Darren went out and got hurt, they'll fight, but this worry is unnecessary. After all, everyone's not very bright. They just think Darren is giving her gifts to please Luna. Seeing everyone's gathered, Darlon calls everyone to eat. Luna runs over excitedly. Dads who can cook are the best. In the original story, Darlon was the cook for the knights. Then she hears Darlon say he made the food with nearby centipedes and scorpions. Oh, though it tastes fine, the ingredients are so gross. Better play dead this time. In the evening, Luna holds the little dragon egg Darren gave her, thinking that Darren actually gave her the earring that carries all his and Athena's power. Darren lost most of his magic due to the etiquette incident. Not using the earring consumes double the magic. But even so, Darren gave her the earring without hesitation. Luna in bed, perhaps because of the dragon egg's magic, slowly falls asleep. In Luna's dream, Darren and Athena appear. At that time, Athena was being chased by a wolf, just as she thought she would die. Darren's appearance saved Athena. The Darren before Athena was bound in chains all over, covered in scars, walking barefoot in the snow in the dead of winter. Athena's instant thought was, "Isn't he cold?" But after saving Athena, Darren turned and left. Athena ran with difficulty on her little legs, but Darren never once looked back at her. Even so, Athena didn't want to let him go. She followed Darren to the dragon cave. Just as she thought the man had disappeared, she found a passage. She carefully climbed the ladder, but still accidentally slipped. Oh no! Just as she thought she'd fall, Darren caught her. "Didn't I tell you to go back? I didn't expect you'd follow into such a strange place." Athena said she didn't want to go back. No one wants her to go back anyway. Darren looks at Athena puzzled. Then he suddenly notices Athena's hair is silver. Athena says with low self-esteem that many people say this hair color is cursed. Darren says silver hair is proof of possessing powerful white magic. They only say that because they think your magic power is too strong. This hair color is actually proof you're stronger than other children. This was the first time Athena heard anyone say such things to her. She hugged Darren and cried. That was the first time Athena cried out loud. Darren said, "If only I'd known earlier that crying children need to be held." But Athena at that time didn't understand what he meant. Luna slowly opens her eyes. She thinks perhaps it's because the earring carries magical power that she had such a dream. But thinking about what Darren went through, Luna feels sad. Whoa! Luna suddenly hears strange sounds from under the blanket. She lifts the blanket and discovers a red dragon. Hearing Luna's screams, the four dads rush over frantically and see the shocking scene before them. Edimaion sees it occupying the princess's lap and instantly quits. Darren explains that what he gave Luna yesterday wasn't a crystal, but an egg. He just didn't expect it could hatch so quickly. Edimaion ties up Darlon. "Since you're trying to please the princess with a cute little monster, I'll give her a precious white dragon." Everyone looks at the little creature and suddenly realizes it looks very much like a dragon. Darren says, "This is a crimson dragon." Prutt calls out, "Darren, stop joking around." After all, aside from Darren, all other dragons went extinct hundreds of years ago. Darren says helplessly, "This is a dragon with resurrection abilities. It was sealed away until now." Grumble, grumble. Luna is hungry. The dads quickly rush to feed her, but the little dragon sees the food and pounces on it. Prutt glares sharply at the dragon stealing the princess's food. Luna quickly comforts the little dragon, saying Prutt only looks fierce. Prutt asks Darren what dragon hatchlings eat. Darren says they need nutrient-rich meat. Hearing this, Prutt hands his own food to the little dragon. Clairin Queen is deeply moved. Prutt is so noble, sacrificing his own meal to feed the dragon hatchling. In that case, I'll go make some spider skewers. Hearing this, the dads scatter in all directions. No thanks. You enjoy that yourself. After eating their fill, Darren decides to release it into the wild to grow on its own. But before that, he needs to train its flying ability, and the method is to throw it off a cliff. But Luna refuses this idea. She takes the little dragon outside and waves her arms around, teaching it how to fly. However, the little dragon stares at her with a look that says she's an idiot. Just as Luna is completely confused about what to do, the little dragon is lured away by a butterfly. Whoosh! The little dragon flies out of the barrier. Before leaving for work, the dad specifically said not to go outside the barrier, but for the little dragon's sake, Luna grits her teeth and runs out to search for it. Luna follows the dragon's footprints all the way. At the end of the trail, Luna sees a group of children bullying the little dragon. She steps forward to stop them, saying it's her pet and hoping they'll leave it alone. The children look curiously at Luna's silver hair. Could this be Princess Luna? Just as Luna worries her identity is exposed, another child denies it. Impossible. How could the princess have chubby legs? How dare they? She's just a bit plump. The children find Luna's angry expression adorable and get the idea to make her cry. At this moment, Prutt in the distance suddenly has an ominous feeling. The children throw the little dragon into the frozen lake, right in front of Luna. Seeing this, Luna rushes onto the lake surface without hesitation, reaching out with a branch to fish out the little dragon. She tells it that no matter what happens, she will never abandon it. At this moment, the ice surface suddenly cracks. Splash! Luna falls into the lake. Just as Luna thinks she's surely going to die, she sees a red-haired boy jump into the water. But after that, she passes out from holding her breath too long. She dreams again. In the dream, Athena runs to find Darren. She keeps calling out to him, but Darren doesn't want to deal with her. At this moment, Athena encounters a dangerous pack of wolves. At the critical moment, Darren appears and saves Athena. He feels somewhat helpless. What a troublesome child. Athena grabs onto Darren tightly, happily saying she finally found him. Only then does Darren realize the wolf was fake. Athena says she had no choice, otherwise he would keep avoiding her. Darren shakes off Athena. He warns her not to come to this forest anymore. Athena says she just couldn't think of any other way. She pitifully begs Darren to forgive her, but Darren only leaves her with his back turned. With a thud, Athena falls to the ground. Only then does Darren notice she's injured. He picks up the little girl, gently sets her on a stool, and carefully bandages her wounds. Athena says this is the first time anyone has cared for her like this. She gives Darren the grilled fish, but Darren says it's meaningless because he won't die even if he doesn't eat. Athena doesn't care. She stuffs the fish directly into Darren's mouth. How is it meaningless? You won't die if you don't eat, but it tastes good, doesn't it? That's very meaningful. Darren is silent for a moment, then asks her why she keeps coming to such a dangerous place. Athena says Darren keeps asking her questions. That's not fair, so they should play a question exchange game. But Darren refuses. Athena insists shamelessly that instead of being bothered by her constantly, it's better to end this through a few conversations. Then she starts asking on her own, why are you chained up? What is this place? Who are you? Darren says he once met a child with the same hair color as Athena. The child was injured and he saved him. Darlon, thinking this was merely a minor interlude in the course of 1,000 years of life. Little did he know this would bring him fatal disaster. Back then, he also told the boy to go back, because this wasn't a place for human children. But the boy asked him if he was cold. Darren said it was none of his business. Don't disturb my peace. Hearing this, the boy started crying. I'm sorry, I won't bother you anymore. Can you please not drive me away? Looking at the child covered in wounds, Darren asks him why he came to this place. The child says it's because he's cursed. Everyone who stays with him gets killed. Darren tells Athena that the child's hair color proves he has dragon blood in his veins. Because of the crimson pupils manifesting crimson mana, he was clearly an outcast. It's obvious he was driven out by the villagers. The child felt sorry for bringing his cursed self to the forest and burst into tears. Darren says regretfully that back then, all he could do was watch him cry. Athena suddenly remembers what Darren said to her before. So that was the story of that child. Darren continues, a human child couldn't survive in that environment, so I decided to adopt that child. At this moment, Luna groggily opens her eyes. She dreamed of Athena and Darren again. With a headache, Luna thinks she saw a red-haired boy at the end. In a daze, Luna sees Prutt. She suddenly sits up and calls out Prutt's name. Prutt tells Luna she fainted by the river. Luna is confused. Didn't I fall into the water? Prutt says her clothes aren't wet. He was worried she might get frostbite from fainting in the cold, but fortunately, her body shows no abnormalities. Luna is very confused. She clearly fell into the water, and she saw a child with the same hair color as the little dragon come to rescue her. But it must have been a dream. If she'd fallen into the water, she should feel cold, but during that dream, she felt very warm. Clairin says they were able to return so quickly all thanks to Prutt. At that time, Prutt sensed something was wrong and felt it was better to come back early. He was uneasy leaving the princess alone at home, which is why he was able to return in time before something happened. Prutt says with a dark expression that at the place where the princess fainted, they found her unconscious with the dragon, along with footprints of 2 boys. Prutt sternly lectures Luna. No matter what, you should ask us for help first instead of acting recklessly. Luna's eyes well up with tears, but she can't help thinking of the past. You're an orphan, aren't you? Liar! You're not an orphan! Watching the photo her parents left her being toyed with, her short self desperately tried to grab it back. Suddenly, the bratty kid slipped. The photo flew to a place she could never reach again. Even with her photographic memory, she can no longer remember the faces in that photo clearly. From that moment on, on, she understood that precious things must be protected by herself. Luna says in a low voice, "Prutt doesn't know anything. If I hadn't gone to protect the little dragon, I would have lost it," Luna shouts. At that moment, no one but me could save it. Then she runs out frantically. Whether it's the painful memory or a physical impulse, something makes her do things against her true intentions. Just as Clairin is about to chase after Luna, Edimaion stops him. He tells Clairin to give Luna some time to calm down on her own. Clairin looks at him in surprise. Edimaion says he just got back from investigating. Those two children are from a baron's family. They act like royalty in this village. As he speaks, he cracks a whip. To deal with them, I use certain methods. Prutt says, "I don't need to guess what methods you used. Those brats will never set foot in Imperial territory again, will they?" Clairin stares intently at Prutt. He can sense Prutt's unease at not being able to go after the princess. He says, "The princess seems more mature than her peers, but she must be enduring a lot inside. She's not the type of child who likes to ask for help, though reckless. In her heart, she must have felt this was something she had to save." These words make both Edimaion and Prutt fall silent. What they saw today was the princess's truest self. Luna, who ran out, anxiously searches for the little dragon. She must see it with her own eyes to feel at ease. She can't let it be like before. She looks around. Suddenly, she sees the little dragon behind a sheer curtain. She rushes over and embraces the little dragon. She scolds it. "Do you know how worried I was? You just went out like that. Do you know how dangerous it was?" These words make Luna think of Prutt. Aren't the words she just said the same as what Prutt said when lecturing her? "Have you calmed down now?" Darren stands lightly on the windowsill. Luna looks at him in surprise. She asks him why he's not angry. Darren says, "If you've realized your mistake, there's no need to be angry." Luna's eyes light up. "Yes, I'll go apologize right now." Luna runs out happily. She understands now. Even if she doesn't solve things by herself, there are many people around her who will help. Luna arrives at Prutt's door. She peeks at Prutt and suddenly feels wronged. After their conflict, Prutt can calmly read his book seriously. But when she sees the book title, Luna is shocked. "What on earth is this?" Prutt senses rustling sounds behind the door. Creak! Luna pokes her head in, giggling. The two look at each other with teary eyes, at a loss for words. Just as Luna hesitates, not knowing what to say, the little dragon comes roaring out. Whoosh! It tries to launch an attack, but Prutt catches it with one hand. Luna is completely confused. Does the little dragon think Prutt is bullying her because she looks troubled? The little dragon dances in front of Prutt. Luna says awkwardly that it's acting this way because it likes Prutt. Prutt complains that this little thing is quite aggressive. Looking at the little dragon prancing around, Luna feels embarrassed. At this moment, Prutt stutters and calls Luna's name. He says very seriously, "I'm sorry. You must have troubles I don't know about, which is why you want to solve everything yourself." Luna is touched. Why is he apologizing? She's the one who should apologize. Luna's tears are about to fall when Prutt continues. The book says, "Children are like little monkeys. If you don't pay attention, they disappear. So it's my fault for not watching closely enough." Luna's tears instantly evaporate. The moment is ruined. At this moment, Prutt shyly takes out a gift he bought while out. He asks Luna to accept it. Luna is confused again. Back on her bed, Luna is happy. This ultimate clueless guy actually prepared a gift for her. This dense guy wouldn't have prepared a weapon for eliminating enemies, would he? However, the moment she opens the box, Luna is stunned. She's never seen such pretty little shoes before. Prutt has made progress. But what's with all this sparkling and glittering? What is this? AAA. Luna stares at Prutt's ridiculous gift. Gradually, she drifts into sleep. As always, she dreams of Darlon and Athena. Darlon tells Athena that adopting a human is something dragons cannot do, so he faced opposition from the entire clan. If he wanted to adopt the child, he had to take a vow to leave the dragon clan and never return to the dragon's lair. The vow is a soul contract. Once broken, it means death. Hearing this, the boy lets go of Darren's hand, but Darlon holds the boy's hand tightly. In the end, he gave up his dragon clan for that child. During the hundreds of years living alone, for the dragon clan, each day passes like a fleeting moment. After meeting that boy, Darren's frozen time began to move again. Darlon asks the boy if he wants him to think of a name for him. The boy says shyly, "No, if it's too much trouble, you can just call me human or child or male like you do now." Darlon asks what the child's name was before. The child says he doesn't like his old name. Darlon looks at the child. He marvels that his eyes sparkle like stars. "You'll be called Astoria. In constellations, it means spirit." Darlon doesn't understand how to raise this child, because he's neither human nor a father. He teaches this child to use magic. Time passes slowly yet swiftly. Before he knows it, the child has grown as tall as Darlon. And the more he grows, the more attracted he is to the human world. A girl, Tori, falls for a Piers, but the girl's mother won't allow her daughter to be with this boy entangled with magical beasts. Darlon realizes it's time for him to leave. Darlon uses every means to send Tori away. But Tori, who has lost family before, fears being abandoned. Darlon tries hard to convince him, but all he gets back are meaningless arguments. In the end, Darlon sends him away in the way he least wanted. After Tori leaves, Darren's world freezes again, and Tori meets his girl and becomes a father. Seeing him well, Darlon feels he doesn't need to watch over him anymore and leaves completely. But he overlooks one thing. The dragon's world is simple, but the human world is very complex. Tori, who learned dragon power and human wisdom from him, is far stronger than ordinary humans. So humans scheme to use him. Those people took away his loved one to manipulate him. During the time Darren's world stood still, Tori's world was completely destroyed. And these things he learned by reading Tori's corpse after his death. Darlon wonders if the ending would have been different if he had known, because when that child came to find him again, he still drove him away. He even said the boy was just a game in his long life. Tori fell into complete despair. The knight said magical beasts only toy with or slaughter humans. Back then, I thought Darren was different. Tori left in anger, and Darren missed his chance to redeem him. After that day, he fell from grace. His body never left the battlefield, and the stronger he became, the more people wanted to use him. He believed it was his lack of power that led to losing his wife and child. Therefore, for power, he was willing to do anything. He began subjugating magical beasts. He even married the king's daughter, only to witness his wife's affair. His own son treated him with indifference. In his loneliness, he declared himself king. He became the first king of Astoria, but after obtaining the power he dreamed of, he became even lonelier, so he craved even greater power. To gain more support, he launched the Great Beast Subjugation, and the beasts that posed the greatest threat to humans were dragons. His ministers asked him why he didn't subjugate the dragon clan. Astoria hesitated, but still ordered the slaughter of dragons. Darren's kin were either killed or captured for experiments, and he, because of his vow, couldn't return or save them. Darren thought dying by that child's hand wouldn't be unjust. He had already prepared for death. When Darren was forced before Tori, he directly attacked him. Darren cries, saying how much better it would have been to die with them back then. Tori, under attack, murmurs that this reaction is different from back then. If only I had left with my wife and child. That way, I wouldn't have suffered from this cursed life. I could have forgiven others and found happiness, just as my wife hoped. Tori says to Darren, if only before I lost my humanity, I hadn't gone to find you. He says Darren should never have cared whether he lived or died. Back then, I shouldn't have taken your hand. If only I'd known that he could shed tears so easily for magical beasts. That day, I wouldn't have hoped for his love. In the end, Tori agrees to lock Darren in the laboratory, but he makes Darren vow that the chains cannot be unlocked unless he kills a human. If someone else unlocks them, that person will die as well. Darren doesn't understand why he wants him to make such a vow, but he agrees nonetheless. Darren tells Athena that today's story ends here. Athena grabs Darren's clothes and asks him if being chained is because. Darren pats Athena's head, telling her not to make that face. No matter what choice he made, he has no regrets. Besides, if I weren't here, I wouldn't have met you. Luna wakes from the dream crying. She breaks down in tears. This is too heartbreaking. If she knew nothing, she wouldn't suffer like this. Just as Luna sinks into sorrow, she hears a roar. The little dragon licks her hand. Luna hugs the little dragon tight. You're also from the dragon clan. Early in the morning, the handsome dads arrive at the dining room with radiant smiles, greeting Luna. Luna walks in conspicuously, wearing the shoes Prutt gave her. Everyone marvels that Luna's shoes can make beeping sounds. Prutt explains that these are anti-lost children's shoes he bought at the market. They light up and make sounds when worn. If there's no response for an hour, they emit a voice message saying to return to mommy and daddy. Clairin and Edimaion are touched. Edimaion says that scoundrel Prutt finally did something right. They suggest buying similar clothing, Luna says through gritted teeth. I'm so jealous I can't stand it. Darren arrives and says, you guys, can't you see our daughter doesn't like it? Darren brings freshly picked wildflowers for Luna. Seeing Darren before her, Luna remembers his tragic past. She walks toward Darren with her head down and embraces him. She says earnestly, thank you, Dad. Thank you for enduring such a long wait to come see me. Darren says he should be the one thanking her. But how could the three other dads be satisfied with this? Darren instantly gets bumps all over his head. He doesn't understand why he's getting beaten. They shout in unison for Darren to shut up, getting affection from the princess first thing in the morning, and he still dares to speak. Prutt announces that today's meeting is to discuss how to teach the dragon hatchling to fly. He holds up a mystery box. He says he can simply explain all this knowledge to the little dragon. Edimaion vetoes this immediately. I'll go on a date with the princess. I mean, teach the four-legged lizard together with the princess. Clairin says he also has some ideas. Everyone gathers in the snow and tries many methods, but none work. A dragon can't possibly be unable to fly unless it's incredibly stupid. Darren is somewhat puzzled. This crimson dragon wasn't very smart to begin with. Did it become even dumber after resurrection? But Darren firmly believes that after a few days of practice, even an idiot should be able to fly. But days later, he's proven wrong. They've taught the dragon hatchling how to fly for several days, but it still fails. Even good-natured Darren says angrily, I think you're truly hopelessly stupid. In the end, everyone decides to have the little dragon study Prutt's theoretical knowledge, but it doesn't help. Though there are no results, it doesn't mean it's meaningless. Everyone treasures every moment together. That evening, Luna holds the dragon hatchling and asks it, is it refusing to fly because it doesn't want to be separated from her? Holding the flightless dragon, Luna falls asleep without realizing it. Luna has that long-absent dream again. Athena happily calls to Darren. Looking at the cherry blossoms blooming everywhere, she asks Darren if these flowers are like snow, as abundant as the snow on the day they first met. Athena says she likes flower petals because they don't disappear like snow. If you reach out and there's nothing there, it's too heartbreaking. Darren envies Athena for being moved by these insignificant things. After enduring half a millennium of torment, he no longer has his initial curiosity about the world. After their last meeting, Athena hasn't come for a long time. Darren thinks this is good. After all, human children mixing with magical beasts never ends well. Despite saying this, Darren still goes to wait under that tree for Athena every day. Watching the snowflake melt in his palm, Darren can't help but think of Athena. Darren says quietly, if only this snow wouldn't disappear. At this moment, Athena's voice suddenly rings out. Caught you! So you occasionally say silly things like I do. Darren looks behind him and hears Athena say, long time no see. He can't help but think this is an illusion. He touches Athena's face. That warm feeling makes him realize this isn't an illusion. Darren crouches down and asks Athena why she came to find him. Humans and magical beasts entangled together never have good endings. Athena asks back, then why are you waiting for me here? Darren doesn't know how to answer for a moment. Why was he waiting for her? Athena explains that she's been confined to the estate these past days, but she's leaving this place to go elsewhere. Today is the last day, so she snuck out. Darren asks Athena how her ankle got injured that day. You always listen to my stories, but don't talk much about yourself. Athena says she's afraid he'll worry. The handmaidens all hate her. They always like to bully her in various ways, but those wounds can quickly be healed with healing magic, so the king's envoy can't tell. Recently, that envoy hasn't been coming, but she's happy because when he treated her wounds, she felt for the first time that someone cared about her. But there probably won't be anyone like that in the future, because after leaving, she can never see him again. No one will pretend to be tricked by her anymore. No one will worry about her getting hurt and wrap herbs around her ankle. No one will watch falling petals with her and feel happy. Darren suddenly speaks. That won't happen. Darren refused to kill Tori, and he couldn't unlock the chains to leave the laboratory. But after Tori died, Darren was quickly discovered. Those humans wanted to kill him, but with their abilities, they had no way to kill him with his healing powers, just as he could no longer endure the suffering and was about to give up. Another voice whispered in his ear, what's the point of your endurance? No matter how much you endure, all you get back is endless suffering. Kill all the humans who insult and hurt you now. More than the human torture, he couldn't bear that other voice inside. So Darren made a vow to himself. If he kills a human, he will die on the spot. Darren didn't want to destroy everything that child once protected. Later, those who wanted to kill him also gave up. However, the longer he stayed in the laboratory, the greater the darkness inside him grew. He began to fear he would brutally slaughter humans. After hundreds of years, the chains weakened. This meant his hatred had grown stronger. Injected magic can make the chains longer. This is why he can move around in the prison. Darren tells Athena that since then he's been waiting, before I become a true monster, for a savior who can make me disappear to appear. The story is over. Darren tells Athena that with her potential, she can kill him as he hopes. Darren asks that when Athena grows up a bit more, she come find him. But Athena shouts, I don't want to. Humans are the bad ones. Why should you suffer so much? Darren pats Athena's head. Not every moment was painful, though there were unbearable times. I have memories that can fill up all that pain, so I don't regret meeting humans. Athena cries and tries to say something, but Darren interrupts. He says he's very glad to have met Athena. He asks if she feels the same. Darren asks Athena, when you grow up, will you come see me? Athena nods through her tears. Yes, I will. I will definitely come see you. Darren's emotions are also heavy. If only I could be like snow and not melt away, leaving anyone heartbroken. When Luna wakes again, her face is already covered in tears. She tells herself not to cry. She can't cry. When she walks out this door, she must act as if nothing happened. Kind Darren is waiting for her. The moment Luna opens the door, everyone is battling wits with the four-legged lizard over Luna's breakfast. Seeing the scene before her, Luna's tears come streaming down again. Darren looks at tear-covered Luna in shock. Luna looks at Darren and can't help but remember the dream. In it, Athena, coming to say goodbye to Darren, said, no one will ever treat her this well again. Darren said, though the love others give you is limited, the love you give yourself is unlimited. He reaches out and wipes Athena's tears, comforting her. I can see a bit of the future. I see the future you, stronger and more beautiful than anyone. Then you'll become someone who can recall being covered in wounds and smile about it. Athena asks curiously, really? Can I really become that kind of person? Darren touches Athena's face and realizes it's so cold. In that case, he uses magic. Athena gasps in surprise as spring suddenly appears before her eyes. Darren says, I hope this can comfort you. Let me finish the last story for you. After being locked in the laboratory by Tori, Darren spent a very long time in the dark depths underground. But he also knew of Tori's increasing corruption. The war escalated. Gradually, no one came to the underground laboratory anymore, except for him with his healing ability. All his other kin had died. That day, the silent laboratory door creaked. Tori came. He said, from the beginning, I knew no one could kill you. If you wanted to leave, the method is simple. Just kill any researcher who abuses you. I know your temperament, yet I still hoped you weren't like that. If you were like other magical beasts, toying with humans, trampling on humans, I wouldn't resent you. I wouldn't suffer long-term over something with no solution. But Tori says none of it matters anymore. Whoosh, clang, everything should end. Tori strikes Darren's chains with his sword. Remembering the vow, Darren shouts frantically for Tori to stop. The vow's effect prevents Darren from moving to stop him. Darren keeps shouting, but Tori doesn't stop breaking the chains. Before breaking the last chain, he collapses. Tori begs Darren to kill him because he no longer has strength to break the chain. Tori says, on the way here I understood, if I don't break your chains before I die, you fool will be trapped here forever. The chain on your ankle won't let you leave unless it's broken. So kill me before I die. Though now, I can't wait for you to forgive me. But Darren, This fool refuses. Tori says, I'm dying anyway. Killing me doesn't matter. But Darren feels this child has been used his whole life. At least in the last moment of his life, he hopes. His life won't be used for someone else's purpose anymore. After sensing Darren's situation, Luna wants to force herself to stay calm. But the moment she sees Darren, her tears can no longer be held back. Darren sees Luna's tear-streaked face and rushes over, asking if she's feeling unwell. Luna feels she should say something, but she's afraid if she opens her mouth, she'll burst into tears. Snap. A crisp finger snap catches Luna's attention. Luna looks up in wonder at the scene before her. Darren produces a bouquet of flowers. I heard human children all like flowers. After handing over the flowers, Darren asks Luna if she's calmed down a bit. Darren says, you're a kind child, a good child who sheds tears for others and even for magical beasts. To comfort my sorrow that no one noticed, you lent me your small, warm embrace. So now it's my turn to embrace you. The little dragon stands alone to the side, watching the two embrace. Darren's head gets bumped again by the other dads. This is too much. Whatever. Darren won't bother arguing with them. He glances at the little dragon and says, about that one, but the other dads clear their throats and choose to avoid the topic. The little dragon's anger meter explodes. These guys figured out it understands human speech, so they're being tight-lipped in front of it. The little dragon runs to Darren's side, scratching his foot and roaring. But Luna insists on taking the little dragon away. The little dragon becomes even more furious, roaring louder. Luna holds the little dragon and leaves quickly, saying it sees her as its mother. The dads all share the same thought. Sooner or later, they'll get rid of that dragon. Outside, watching it transfer its anger to a butterfly, Luna asks it, do you really not want to become an adult? The little dragon only knows how to roar. Luna tells it that she wants to become an adult but can't. She tells the little dragon that she's actually from another world. Right now, she has the strange feeling that her body is an adult's but her mind is still a child's. In her past life, she always thought that once she achieved her goals, she'd become a true adult. But thinking about it now, it feels like only after coming to this world did she take the first step toward becoming an adult. So this time, she wants to grow up properly and seriously in this young body. So she hopes the little dragon can also seize this opportunity. Sometimes if you miss that moment, you can never accomplish it again. Prutt calls the two little ones in to eat. After that, Luna never mentions that other world to the little dragon again. That night, the little dragon transforms into human form and flies up to the roof. He's known how to fly for a long time. Darren taught him. The little dragon can fly, he just doesn't want to. But how could the four dads be so easily fooled? The little dragon always feels they're plotting something. He doesn't care what they're doing. What's infuriating is that they're stealing Luna away from him. That night, Luna wakes the sleeping little dragon. She tells the little dragon, Mommy wants to take you somewhere. Arriving at the snowy field, Luna opens her box. She finds the flying device she made with the dads. She's going to give the little dragon a personal demonstration so it can learn to fly. Luna flaps her wings and takes off. She tells the little dragon, see, even I can fly, as a dragon. As long as you make up your mind. But before she finishes speaking, Luna feels something's wrong. The wings won't respond. Oh no! Just as Luna is falling, the little dragon remembers what Luna said to him. He leaps up and catches Luna. The little dragon thinks, if only this moment could freeze in time, but he knows it's impossible, because his time and Luna's time are different. In that case, he'll just protect Luna himself. After gently setting Luna down, the little dragon roars, but suddenly realizes he should speak human language now. At this moment, Edimaion mutters, alright, first flight successful. Now we can proceed with the plan to kill. Clairin quickly says there's no such plan. Prutt walks over. The four-legged lizard is right. Someone who grows so rapidly can't possibly be unable to fly. Darren says, that guy just doesn't want to be separated from Luna. It's a mental block preventing him from flying. However, watching the little dragon hatchling tightly embrace Luna, Prutt draws his sword with a swoosh. Luna instinctively pushes the little dragon away. Luna apologizes, I'm sorry, little dragon. Mommy has Muto's flying magic protecting her, so there won't be any danger. The dragon hatchling grits his teeth. Can you please stop calling yourself Mommy? Harlan explains from the side that they're doing this because they're worried a dragon that can't fly will die. Luna continues, I'm sorry. Thank you. Luna knows little dragon doesn't want to fly because you want to stay with me. I'm grateful you cherish me so much. But Luna says she cherishes little dragon too and doesn't want to take away his chance to fly. The dragon hatchling pulls Luna close and kisses her forehead. He says, thank you, Luna. He whispers softly in Luna's ear. Later, I'll secretly come find you behind these guys' backs. Darren waited for a very, very long time, but Athena still didn't come. And by this time, he had fallen deeper and deeper into darkness. His dark self appeared again, urging him to kill all those humans who harmed him. Darren understood his body had reached its limit. He knew he couldn't continue like this. Just as Darren was turning dark, a familiar voice came from outside. I didn't expect you'd really be here. I thought it was just a dream. Athena had come. She says, Uncle, you really aren't human. After all this time, you're still the same as before, though I probably can't call you uncle anymore, right? Darren looks at the young woman who had grown up before his eyes. He recalls the memories with that little girl, still graceful, glowing like snow, that silver-white child from that day. Athena tilts her head and smiles. Hello, I came to see you as promised. Darren thought Athena had come to kill him as promised. He felt sorry for making her do such a difficult thing because of him. Athena says, you once said that in the future I'd be stronger and more beautiful than anyone, and I'd laugh off the painful memories of the past. Athena draws her sword. So guess again. Will I kill you, or will I just go back? Darren silently turns his head. Will you kill me? Crack! Darren's eyes fill with disbelief. He frantically shouts at Athena to stop. Don't you know? The chains have a curse that kills anyone who breaks them. Thud. How could the vow activate? Though their features were clearly different, both Tori and Athena had the same silver-white hair. Could Athena be her descendant? That's why, just like back then, the vow's power activated and he couldn't resist. Athena ignores Darren's roar. She says, I know, but just like you saved me, now it's my turn to save you. With one strike, Athena cuts through the chains. She herself falls to the ground with a thud. Athena opens her eyes. What she sees is Darren, looking completely shattered. Uncle, are you crying? Tears fall from Darren's eyes. Darren holds the fallen Athena. Athena says, Uncle, you said meeting me made you happy. I feel the same way. As soon as she finishes speaking, Athena closes her eyes. Athena before him looks peaceful, as if asleep, but she's no longer breathing. Darren says desperately, you said meeting me made you happy, but I think it would have been better if we'd never met. If we hadn't met that time, at least you wouldn't have died. Holding Athena's body, Darren recalls his past with Athena, the many beautiful things she brought him. He can't convince himself it would have been better not to meet. Darren embraces Athena. His dark self appears. Is that so? Even after suffering so much harm, this is your answer? I wanted to never forgive these humans and kill them all, but at the same time, I wanted to forgive. Athena's salvation stopped Darren's descent into darkness. From that day on, the corrupted Darren never appeared again. Darren didn't know the reason. Perhaps Athena's sacrifice was the first time he truly learned what forgiveness meant. Darren, eyes full of tears, looks at Athena before him. He discovers her body turning into light, and at this moment, Athena appears before Darren again. So this was the solution after all. Hello again, Uncle! Darren doesn't understand how this is possible. Just now you were clearly... Athena giggles. After we parted, I kept looking for a way to break the vow, but that method simply doesn't exist, so I thought of using a clone. But this was a gamble for me too. If the curse didn't recognize the clone as human, I could have died myself. Fortunately, the curse weakened. Athena leans down to Darren. Uncle, you said your ability to see the future might be fake, but I survived until now because of that fake prophecy. Your words created my future. So thank you. Darren says gently, I told you, the one who should be grateful is me. Darren walks out of the cave. He sees Luna standing outside waiting for him. Luna asks if he saw Mommy. Darren smiles and nods. He hadn't expected Athena to prepare one last meeting for him, but at this moment, Athena appears again. Did you think that was the last meeting? We meet again, Mudo. Luna knows this is the same principle as with Harolyn. Athena explains to Darren that this is just an image. Darren nods. I know. You're no longer in this world. Athena laughs. When I first met you, I actually called you uncle. Thinking about it now, that was too much. Last time someone around my age called me auntie, I almost hit them. Luna finds Athena absolutely adorable. Darren says, forget it. At my age, I could handle being called grandpa. Athena says, good thing I died early. Otherwise, I'd become an old lady and you'd mock me. Darren says, dragons also come to an end. He steps forward and embraces Athena. When we meet again, please be patient with me. Darren, who had endured so much suffering, sees his salvation Athena once more. And after Athena's death, the pitiful Darren gained another salvation. Looking at Darren before her, Luna softly calls to him. Papa, they must be waiting for us. I'm happy Papa got to see Mommy, but I'm also sad. I don't understand why you had to experience these things. Luna clenches her fists in anger. You didn't do anything bad to anyone. He was a helpless child. You risked your life to help him. Why were you repaid in such an unreasonable way? Even so, why did Muto fall in love with humans again? Darren is silent for a moment. He suddenly embraces Luna. Athena gave me so much, enough to make all that suffering meaningful. Because of that, I met you. After her vacation ends, Luna, as before, spends each day busy with her studies. When she returned with Muto, that time, the other papas were startled to see her red, swollen eyes, but they knew it wasn't the right time to ask questions. Luna, as before, makes her survival plans while pretending to study. The original story said the real father is the youngest among Athena's love interests. Based on this, Darren is directly eliminated, and all the candidates except Muto are the same age, but the clue about special bloodline makes Luna particularly concerned. At this moment, a knocking sound comes from outside the window. Luna turns around and sees the little dragon hatchling outside the window, crying out. Luna asks little dragon why he came to see her in dragon form. The dragon hatchling's face turns red, thinking, in dragon form, can I ask for a hug? Luna holds the little dragon and looks up. She sees it snowing, looking at the snow melting in her palm. Luna can't help but recall Athena and Darren's story. She murmurs if only this snow, like flower petals, wouldn't disappear. At this moment, the snowflakes suddenly transform into petals. Darren walks over. They won't disappear, because the fact that snow fell on you won't be forgotten. Luna turns and sees Darren. She quickly runs over and leaps into Darren's arms. In the falling snow, they have a spring that will never disappear. After crying in Darren's embrace for a while, Luna falls asleep from exhaustion. Darren thinks if the other papas saw her like that, they'd surely be frantic. Looking at Luna's adorable appearance, Darren wishes Athena could see this too. Darren's thoughts drift back to that distant day. That day, Athena looked at the flowers under the tree with delight. Darren said, no matter how many years pass, you still look at these flowers with such girlish expressions. What's so great about these fleeting things? Athena laughed. What do you know? That's exactly what makes them beautiful. Darren smiled at Athena as well. With a snap, he conjured a bouquet of flowers to give to Athena. Athena shyly reaches out her hand. However, with a bang, Darren transforms into a small child again. And every time he transforms, his clothes become much too large, very uncomfortable. Due to long-term abuse, Darren's mana had nearly run out, so even basic magic like conjuring flowers couldn't be maintained for long. Athena looks at Darren. Uncle, actually, I have a gift for you. The moment the box opens, Darren sees a pair of earrings. But these aren't simple earrings. Athena made them from the chains that once bound him. Athena says, those chains were forged with magic and absorbed your mana for a long time, so they should help stabilize your magic. Athena worries this gift might hurt Darren, since he suffered for so long because of those chains. Athena says, if wearing them feels burdensome, we can think of another solution. Darren reaches out, takes the gift, and puts them on directly. He tells Athena, they did hurt me, but they also healed me. Athena feels sympathy for Darren. She says the earrings contain immense mana and also have a storage device to prevent mana leakage. So while wearing the earrings, you can maintain a child's appearance. Darren nods. You're even smaller than you were before. Athena apologizes with a laugh, but she also felt she couldn't keep calling this little boy uncle, so she thought long about his name, Muto Prometheus. She said Prometheus means transformed into a child. Darren looks at Luna, lost in memories of the past. He's startled by the dragon hatchling suddenly transforming into adult human form. The dragon hatchling thinks Darren is moved because he hasn't seen him in so long. He's very grateful to Darren for finding his egg and reviving him, but Darren's fury blazes. Crimson Dragon, how dare you disguise yourself as a child to get close to my daughter? The dragon hurriedly explains. Calm down, I really am a newborn baby. This appearance is just a manifestation of my past. Darren knows about this, but whether he's an adult or child, Darren doesn't want the dragon near his daughter. The dragon thinks humans are terrifying. They can make even a sacred dragon act like a fool, but that was because his former self didn't understand. But when Luna saved him and took care of him during that time, he began to understand why Darren doesn't hate humans anymore. Before he finishes speaking, the dragon starts to disappear. He says, even that foolish queen who loved you, that idiot, gave you such a nice name. I look forward to what my princess will call me. See you again. Darren is speechless. She's not your princess. She's my daughter. When the four papas learn the little four-legged lizard came again, they decide to challenge the dragon to a showdown. Luna thinks the papas are being silly, getting jealous of little dragon. Though it's a bit foolish, these days are truly happy. Darren watches this warm scene and can't help but think of Athena. Thank you, Athena. You taught me so much. In my eternal lifetime, that moment of love was so dazzling, and that suffering that seemed like it would never end. If it was all for this moment, then I accept it willingly. 5 years after finding the lizard skin coat and the crystal dragon, Luna has grown even more beautiful. She's lost her baby fat, grown taller, and become the Empire's most beautiful woman after Queen Athena. But reaching 12 years old also has its downsides. That is, if she doesn't find the other sacred relics by age 12, she'll die. So Luna decides to escape to Rosalia Academy. But unlike before, when she first arrived in this world, panicked and confused, focused only on escaping, only to be discovered by Edimaion. But now she's leaving home openly and legitimately. No one can stop her now. However, at this moment, a voice suddenly calls from outside. Princess! Though other guards are accompanying you, I still can't rest easy about the princess. Luna is shocked. He doesn't want to come with her, does he? Sure enough, Harolyn says, may I be your guardian knight and accompany you? Looking at Harolyn before her, Luna suddenly swoons. So handsome, but does he have to show off his physique like this? At this moment, with a swoosh, Harolyn is attacked. Looking back, it's Edimaion. Edimaion teases Harolyn. Though you're built like a bear, you're still quite agile. Looking at Edimaion before her, Luna thinks, damn, he got me. This guy has become even more stunning over 5 years. Truly the Empire's greatest beauty. A voice comes from the tree. Hey, no matter how strong, they're just ordinary humans. More reliable than guardian knights is me, the guardian dragon. After being with Luna, Darren's mana stabilized. Amazingly, his juvenile form has also grown. So easy on the eyes. Prutt makes the final grand entrance. So noisy. Luna looks in the direction of the voice. She hears Prutt say, greetings to the Empire's little moon. Luna is stunned by Prutt before her. Now in his 30s, his mature and steady charm is increasingly attractive. Luna thinks perhaps the Empire's most beautiful man isn't Edimaion, but Prutt. Prutt kneels down with a flourish. Please let me be your guardian knight and accompany you, Luna gasps. She needs to depart quickly, but with these guys around, she might fall into unknown dangers again. Watching Luna deep in thought, Prutt says, Princess, if you're not here, the Empire has no value to me. Luna feels something is strange. Prutt isn't the type to say things like this. With a thud, Luna feels a sharp pain in her head. It was all a dream. Contrary to the dream, Luna is still a baby-faced child, even though 5 years have passed. The book says the stronger, the magic power, the slower the growth. Everyone has remained unchanged over these 5 years. After all, they're all the Empire's strongest. After reaching their destination, Luna looks around. Suddenly, a voice calls to her. Little one, why are you only arriving now? Luna is curious that Fabian came too. Fabian says he was dragged here, but the butler beside him exposes the truth. Didn't you say yesterday that as the princess's knight you must come? Fabian's face instantly flushes red. Shut up! There's no such thing! Luna's hat is blown away at this moment. Then Luna hears someone say, every time I meet you, you drop something. That's how we formed our connection. Is this a good thing? Luna remembers this voice. 5 years ago, when looking for Prutt in the forest, she met that person. This is probably the princess with the best luck with the opposite sex in history. After 4 handsome papas, Luna now has 3 more handsome suitors. Luna is stunned by the handsome man before her. She raises her hand to point at him, but he grabs it. He bends down gentlemanly and kisses Luna's hand. He then explains, I didn't mean to deceive you, miss. Royalty hides their identity to protect themselves. But this charmer continues. But I don't want to hide myself from you, miss. I want to use this opportunity to let you know the real me. But Fabian suddenly grabs Luna, blocking her. Rivals meet, eyes blazing with jealousy. Macau asks provocatively, Miss, who is this little animal? Fabian glares and tells Macau he's Luna's knight. What's with this awkward atmosphere? Luna casts a pleading look at the papas to do something. The four handsome papas stare ominously at the pigs trying to steal their precious daughter. Does the princess's look mean they can assassinate these guys? Luna is speechless. She shouldn't have asked the crazy ones for help. Boreas, the performance director, looks at the ominous papas, confused. Did something happen? Luna feels helpless. Just little dragon alone was enough trouble. She didn't expect they'd be jealous of a child, too. Boreas reaches for his teacup, but crashes and breaks it. Boreas apologizes, saying he injured his eyes in a fire, so he can't judge distance as well. Edimaion suddenly freezes. He covers his mouth thoughtfully. Boreas says, Anyway, thank you for the royal support. By the way, would the princess like to meet the performers before the show? From Fabian's perspective, he can only see people inside whispering, but he can't hear what they're saying. Damn it, they not only beat him up but also kicked him out. At this moment, a mocking voice comes from the side. Peeking at the miss isn't good behavior. Fabian turns and sees Macau looking down at him. Macau complains that Fabian has absolutely zero gentlemanly grace. Fabian warns Macau not to get close to Luna. She's still a child. Macau provokes, Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were the only child here, but you getting beaten up was quite a sight. Fabian draws his sword without another word. Macau laughs. I've wanted to spar with a magic knight for a while. At this moment, childish voices come from the distance. Big brothers, what are you doing? A group of noisy children interrupts their duel. Wow, first time seeing such handsome big brothers. Are you fighting over the princess? Gasp, so handsome. The princess's voice also comes. Fabian, Macau, you're still here? Oh my, these children are so adorable. Boreas says these children are the performers for this show. This is completely different from what Fabian expected. Macau grins and asks Fabian, were you imagining happily watching the performance with the princess? Luna gently bends down and pats the children's heads. A little girl runs over pattering. I want the princess to pat my head too. But the next moment, she's tripped by a rope. Something on the rope comes, crashing toward Luna. Luna freezes. Just 1 second before the object hits Luna, Macau rushes over and embraces Luna. With a thud, both fall to the ground. At the same time, Fabian cuts down the massive object. He looks at Macau like he's an idiot. Were you planning to shield her with your body and get crushed yourself? Macau turns to Fabian. Even if you didn't save me, I would have flown away with magic. Then why did you grab the little one, you schemer? As soon as he finishes speaking, Fabian senses something wrong. Strange smoke emerges from the cargo he just cut. Macau instinctively covers Luna's mouth. A child nearby says drowsily, Big brother, that's not poison gas. Just as he finishes, all the children collapse and fall asleep. Boreas grits his teeth. Oh no, why did that one have to break? He explains to everyone that it's a fatigue relief potion that uses magic to eliminate tiredness. Breathing too much makes you fall asleep. Boreas complains, Fabian, why did you cut that open? It barely weighs anything. Fabian is angry. Don't make me lose face in front of the princess. Luna is anxious. The performance is about to start and the performers are all asleep. Is there anything I can help with? Boreas grins mischievously. In that case, I won't hold back. No way. How did it turn out like this? Luna looks at the prince before her with starry eyes. It's only natural so many women are captivated. Seeing Luna's reaction, Macau feels his sacrifice of cross-dressing was worth it. Luna says excitedly, Macau, you're really beautiful. Even if you said you were a woman, everyone would believe it. Macau is sarcastically thankful. Fabian puts his hand on Luna's shoulder. He tells her not to be deceived by this schemer's appearance. The handsome papa's limited edition female costumes are about to debut. Boreas lifts the curtain. You can go on stage now. Edimaion, playing the stepmother in his true colors, says sharply, There's still dust on the railing. Harolyn, playing the stepsister, hurriedly apologizes. Edimaion turns to Prutt. No, Harolyn, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Prutt. Prutt is angry. No, mother, I'm not the one you should be tormenting. It's that brat. Prutt grits his teeth. Why do I have to do this? 4 hours ago. Boreas knelt and begged the papas for help. The performers fell asleep. There's only one solution. You must be joking. How could Prutt agree? At worst, just cancel the performance. However, Luna's eyes fill with tears. She begs Prutt for help. How pitiful would it be to cancel a performance they prepared so carefully for? Prutt is at a loss for words. The princess's words have a mysterious power that makes them impossible to refuse. Everyone feels the same way. So despite having to do this ridiculous thing, they can still take the stage in good spirits. Luna enters. Fabian shouts for everyone to make way. The little one is here. Luna is speechless. She's playing the prince now, so he should call her prince. Luna begins performing. She looks at Cinderella. My goodness, what a beautiful woman. I want to dance with that woman. What's your name? At this moment, Edimaion jumps out and disrupts the plot. My name is Edimaion, but you're really adorable. I want to adopt you as my son. Harolyn reaches out to cover Edimiwan's mouth. My mother has dementia. Don't mind us. You two dance. I'll be by your side cheering you on, prince. This plot development leaves Luna completely confused. At this moment, Macau comes to save the scene. Prince Luca, you just said you wanted to dance with me, right? I'd be delighted. Macau bends down and kisses Luna's hand. Though I know this This is improper. Since I have permission, I won't refuse. He pulls Luna close and spins her around. Macao gently tells Luna, just follow my steps and remember. Though she knows this is scripted, Macao before her still makes Luna's heart race. At this moment, another hand suddenly lands on Luna's shoulder. Fabian pulls Luna into his arms. Dancing with that guy? You'd be better off dancing with me. After all, I've practiced dancing so much in the palace I don't want to practice anymore. Unlike the provocative Macao, Fabian's dance steps are surprisingly gentle. Fabian says, if you dance with that guy, all my practice during this time would be meaningless. On stage, Fabian and Macao compete for favor with all sorts of tricks. In the Papas' eyes, they only see two pigs trying to steal their precious daughter. Prutt draws his sword. I can't watch this anymore, Edimaion agrees ominously. Seeing the situation deteriorating, Boreas hurriedly pulls down the curtain. The performance ends here. Boreas says this is the first time we've received so many donations. Mainly the Papas' magic cards sold well, especially the cross-dressed versions. Everyone treated them as limited editions. Luna happily thanks the Papas for their cooperation. Prutt is silently speechless. Well, as long as his daughter is happy. Boreas asks the princess what her plans are next. If she wants to return, he'll prepare a carriage. Luna tells Boreas she wants to stay nearby and care for these children, as her mother mentioned before. After all, her real purpose for coming here is to investigate the disappearances happening in this place. A month ago, Luna heard that several years ago, disappearances continuously occurred in the Nodus region. Queen Athena always wanted to solve this matter quickly, but after the queen's death, the government didn't take these disappearances very seriously. Now there's an order for the princess to solve this problem. If the princess doesn't solve this, there will be public opinion that the princess and papa candidates aren't qualified to be rulers. Liu Zhen says, the princess doesn't have to accept the order. In the original story, Luna didn't accept it. Perhaps that was the wise choice. Luna says she doesn't want to connect the victims with politics, but as long as it's something she can do, she'll do her best. Liu Zhen smiles. That's so like you. Luna thinks if she were truly wise, she would have abandoned these guys at age 12 and escaped to the academy. Speaking of which, will Edimaion go? After all, notice where the incidents occurred is the region where Edimaion was captured and enslaved. Edimaion smiles. Of course I have to go. How could I not go where the princess goes? And so Luna stays in Nodus to investigate the disappearances. Even if it's for Edimaion, who made difficult decisions because of her, she must investigate this thoroughly, because the perpetrator of this incident might be the same person who enslaved Edimaion, the person who may have hurt Edimaion, actually kidnapped such innocent children to do bad things. Absolutely unforgivable. And Macao and Fabian also stayed. This still makes Luna happy. But why hasn't she seen Fabian today? Macao smiles and tells Luna not to worry about that beast. A child suddenly tugs on Luna's clothes. Connie asks Luna to teach him magic. Luna panics. Magic? Macao also says he'd like to witness it. Princess Luna is a magic prodigy known far and wide. The story of her using advanced tools to solve exam questions at age 7 is famous throughout the empire. She's doomed. She can't use any magic at all. Luna makes an excuse that she's not in good condition today. At age 7, she knew she couldn't use magic. She can't absorb eggs, and recovery magic is useless to her. This made her realize she can't use magic at all. She asked Darlon to teach her magic, but the magic he taught was way too advanced. She couldn't follow it at all. But looking at these people's enthusiastic eyes, Luna really can't refuse. Luna whimpers. Then I'll try my best. She really hates that she can't refuse in situations like this. Luna reaches out, recalling what Darlon taught her that day. Let's try a simple magic spell. Luna closes her eyes and clears her mind, slowly gathering light in her hand. It's actually working! Oops, Luna still failed. Macao comforts her. Everyone makes mistakes sometimes. They arrive at Nodus's famous sacred place, Braceris Forest. Luna marvels at the beautiful scenery before her. As she washes her face, she argues with Macao that she is a magic prodigy, just not in good condition today. But Macao suddenly speaks. I knew it. He looks at Luna seriously. Your Highness, your mana is very likely sealed. What does this mean? Macao says before Luna casts the fireball. He clearly sensed immense power, but when she cast the magic, he detected some energy blocking her power. To give an example, it's like someone forcibly plugged a bottle full of water. If this seal isn't removed, the princess can't use magic. Luna asks Macao if he knows how to remove the seal. I do, though it's a bit embarrassing to say. I'm also a very skilled mage, so I can remove it. Luna asks Macao to help her. Macao says he'll definitely do his best. He reaches out and embraces Luna. His forehead touches hers. Being close together like this has a higher success rate. Warm air currents surround them, and Luna feels a force entering her body. Thud! Luna suddenly opens her eyes. She senses something wrong. Uh-oh. A few hours ago, Fabian was beaten up by the Papas for trying to see Luna. He cheerfully comes to the tent to find Luna, but when he lifts the curtain, he sees Luna and Macao chatting and laughing. The fuming Fabian suddenly feels someone tugging at his waist. Looking down, he sees a child telling him to be quiet and not disturb the princess's romance. Romance? You must be joking. The little one is still a child. The child innocently asks Fabian why he always interferes with the princess and the silver-haired brother. Are you dating the princess? Fabian falls silent. He's just the princess's guardian knight. He can't let bad guys get close to the princess. But objectively speaking, Macao isn't a bad person at all. He's more like a Prince Charming from fairy tales. The prince has already appeared, So what's his reason for staying by the princess's side? Watching Luna walking away step by step, Fabian unconsciously follows. At the same time, another stalker also arrives. The two form a united front to guard against Macau. After all, their purpose is the same, isn't it? Edimaion asks Fabian if he wants to find a chance to kill Macau. Fabian is really done with this lunatic. He doesn't understand how Edimaion grew up to be so lacking in common sense. Seeing Macau and the princess being so close, Edimaion can't hold back anymore. I must kill him. Fabian grabs Edimaion tightly. No, you lunatic. As the two struggle, they notice something wrong with Luna. Edimaion rushes over. He grabs Macau tightly and asks what he did to the princess. Macau is remorseful. I shouldn't have removed the princess's seal so rashly. Edimaion urgently asks Macau if there's a way to make the princess better. Macau says he needs someone to receive the princess's mana, but receiving this much mana means either death or madness. Edimaion releases Macau and resolutely walks toward Luna. Inside the mana storm, Luna feels like she's drowning. At this moment, a hand reaches in. Edimaion embraces the princess and comforts her. It's okay now. Hearing the familiar voice, Luna murmurs and falls asleep. Receiving the princess's mana means either death or madness. After the seal is removed, the mana storm will tear apart anyone who gets close. But even in excruciating pain throughout his body, Edimaion doesn't let go of Luna. To prevent Luna's mana from leaking out, Edimaion accepted the mana in her place and fell unconscious. When Luna wakes up again, she sees Macau crying at her bedside. What happened? Macau apologizes for rashly removing the mana seal. As a result, I harmed Lord Edimaion. Luna frantically runs toward Edimaion, but his condition seems off. Images of his father kneeling, images of someone smiling at him, images of being forced to gouge his own eyes. They keep flashing through Edimimon's mind. The overwhelming smell of blood and the gentle voice that makes one furious to hear make Edimaion suddenly open his eyes. That dream again. By the way, where is this? Could that person have dragged him here while he was asleep? Edimaion lifts his eyes to the unfamiliar surroundings. Whatever, it's all the same wherever he is. After all, what he needs to do is seduce the enemy into lowering their guard, then stab them from behind. Crash! A strange noise comes from the room. Prutt storms in furiously. Where are my clothes hidden, courtesan? Edimaion looks at the woman before him, feeling utterly confused. She really looks like a man. Prutt says she already heard from Clairin. When she received Princess Luna's request to go on stage again, he took her clothes and ran. So if he doesn't want to die, he'd better hand them over. This time, Edimaion truly has no idea what she's talking about. However, the way to calm a woman down is simple. Edimaion takes off his clothes. Prutt looks shocked. What are you doing? Edimaion says considerately. Aren't you my client? Aha, so this guy really has lost his memory. Prutt turns to find her clothes herself. When a thief loses their memory after stealing, is it the thief who's upset? No, it's Prutt, who had to wear a dress. While changing clothes, Prutt tells Edimaion what happened. Edimaion is curious about his relationship with Prutt. Prutt tells Edimaion that they are now partners helping each other to protect someone precious. They're trustworthy bad friends. I see. He actually has a bad friend and a daughter? Unbelievable. Prutt corrects her. That's my daughter, not hers. Swoosh! The door opens. Princess Luna bursts in. Looking at the girl at the door, Edimaion marvels, so tiny. He reaches out to pick up Princess Luna and asks, "Are you my daughter?" Clairin could be leisurely enjoying a ladies' afternoon tea, but he's very worried about the disappearance cases. Notice region was once called the City of Crime. Because it's an isolated area surrounded by mountains, accidents were frequent. Darlon says this orphanage used to be a red light district, and it's also where Edimaion was abducted. In such a suspicious place, kidnapping cases occur frequently. There are probably people involved in the case within the orphanage. Clairin is somewhat shocked. You mean the culprit might be someone inside the orphanage? At this critical moment of their discussion, Princess Luna runs over. Clairin asks Princess Luna, "Is something the matter?" Princess Luna stammers, "Edimaion, because of me," but before she can finish, Edimaion blocks Princess Luna. "Daughter, stay away from them. That green-haired guy gives off a scheming aura." Clairin is utterly confused. "Lord Edimaion, why do you seem even stranger today? Did something happen?" Prutt explains helplessly that this guy lost his memory because he was hit head-on by a mana storm. Clairin and Darlon mutter to each other. Given Edimimon's personality, he's probably faking amnesia to shed his courtesan identity and appear pure in front of his daughter. Edimaion is bewildered. Why does everyone react like this? What kind of person was I before? Prutt stands up abruptly. I'll go to the store first to buy medicine for this guy's amnesia. Edimaion wants to go along, but Prutt stops him. No need. Use this time to get familiar with them. Don't worry. Those guys also want to protect the princess. They're trustworthy. Edimaion nods obediently. Okay. Since Prutt says so, I'll trust them. Good heavens. This shocks everyone. He really has lost his memory. Otherwise, how could he have? This attitude toward Prutt. Edimaion asks sincerely, "Why are you saying these things in front of me? Did you have some conflict with me before?" No. More importantly, hurry up and tell us what you think of that Prutt fellow. Darlon the devil takes out a magic image stone. "I think he's a good person. No one has ever been so kind to me before." Edimimon's memory loss troubles Princess Luna greatly. Macau finds Princess Luna. He feels very sorry. If he hadn't broken the mana seal, Lord Edimaion wouldn't have. Princess Luna shakes her head. "No. Macau already warned me that breaking the seal was dangerous. Even knowing there might be problems, I still decided to break the seal. What if Edimaion truly can't remember me?" Macau comforts her, "Miss Luna. If I lost my memory and forgot you, no matter how many times it happened, I would fall for you again. So even if Lord Edimaion has forgotten everything everything, you're still his most precious person, because you are Lord Edimion's daughter. Though as the one responsible, I shouldn't be saying this, I will do everything in my power to help Lord Edimion recover his memory. Princess Luna is moved. Macao is so kind. To ease her burden, he's blaming everything on himself. Princess Luna responds sweetly, I'll do my best too, Macao. By the way, Macao, do you want to come with me? Actually, Nikon just called for me. The wolf cub watches the perfect couple beside him. He turns his head sadly. That day, he couldn't help at all. Someone like him has no right to be the shorty's guardian knight. Macao approaches. Are you just cowering here? Since that day, you've been hiding and avoiding Miss Luna. The wolf cub doesn't deny it. Yes, because as her guardian knight, I failed to save her. Macao presses on. Are you saying you admit you're running away? The wolf cub stands up. I'm not running away! But he suddenly loses his confidence. Macao is right. That day, when he was knocked down by the massive mana storm, it was Edimaion who went in his place. The wolf cub clenches his fists. Forget protecting the princess, I couldn't even help one bit. Macao speaks. The one who put Miss Luna in danger was me, a knight who couldn't save his lady. Or a knight who put his lady in danger. Which do you think is more incompetent? The wolf cub looks at Macao in shock. Deep down, he's very jealous of him. Because what he couldn't accomplish for the princess in years, Macao achieved effortlessly. And contrary to his hopes, Macao isn't a bad person. Instead, he's a talented prince straight out of a fairy tale. His rival isn't manipulative, but actually excellent in every way. There's probably nothing more frustrating than this. Though he knows the princess's prince has appeared, the wolf cub still can't give up on Princess Luna. He asks Macao, why are you telling me this? Don't you have feelings for the shorty? Telling me this doesn't benefit you, does it? Macao laughs. Heh, I don't like Miss Luna thinking about other people. If your hesitation leaves even a tiny place in her heart, I'll be very angry. The wolf cub protests. When have I been hesitant? Then why were you secretly watching me in the lady meeting? Macao extends his hand to the wolf cub. Let's go. He brings the wolf cub to the orphanage. Princess Luna is happy to finally see them both again. As soon as the wolf cub arrives, he demands to know why the blonde one is here. Princess Luna explains that starting today, Edimaion is in charge of protecting her. Princess Luna gets up to fetch them blankets, but Edimaion pulls her back. He holds Princess Luna in his arms. Don't go, stay by my side, daughter. The two knights are instantly furious. Princess Luna explains that Edimaion now treats her like a 3-year-old child. The wolf cub is somewhat suspicious. Has Edimaion really lost his memory? Why does it feel the same as before, clinging to the shorty? Connie calls out. Stop muttering over there. At this rate, it'll be dawn before Horror Night even starts. Horror Night? Well, simply put, it's the day when Connie tells everyone scary stories once a month. It begins. Watching Connie like this, everyone feels strangely terrified. The story begins. The first story is about the orphanage dormitory that suddenly appears and disappears. The orphanage dormitory is clearly 2 floors. Sometimes it mysteriously becomes 3 floors, and whenever the dormitory becomes 3 floors, one child disappears. Even more terrifying, when dawn breaks, the 3rd floor vanishes. Connie asks wickedly, where do you think the children on the 3rd floor went? Could they have gone to a void world from which they can never return? Eek! Princess Luna hugs Edimaion tightly. When she realizes what she's done, she apologizes to Edimaion for her rashness. Whenever she hears scary stories, she unconsciously hugs whoever is near. Edimaion is floating on cloud 9. My daughter hugged me on her own. The orphanage dormitory is clearly 2 floors, but sometimes it mysteriously becomes 3 floors. And whenever the dormitory becomes 3 floors, a child disappears. Around the tree in front of the dormitory, crow monsters keep flying around. Have you all heard the legend of Kovari, who can see ghosts? Some people claim they saw a woman with long golden hair near the tree, but no matter how you look at her, she doesn't seem human. That woman is probably... Princess Luna screams again. She hugs herself tightly. This disappoints the 3 men waiting for hugs. Princess Luna, who was just happy about resisting hugging others, sees their expressions and looks innocent. What's with those faces? Did something happen? After the story session ends, the wolf cub walks out huffily, pointlessly hoping the shorty would hug me, looking at the eerie tree before him. The wolf cub kicks it. You useless tree! Whoosh! Crows take flight. The wolf cub sees a beautiful person. When did you get here? Wait, this face looks too familiar. The wolf cub recognizes him. You're the shorty's annoying blonde father. Why are you dressed up like a ghost? But the beautiful person ignores him. Wait, where are you going? The wolf cub doesn't understand. He looks like he's walking, but why is he so fast? The wolf cub shouts, this joke isn't funny at all. Just as he's about to continue chasing, he's stopped by an eerie woman. Isn't this young Master Hector? It's already very late. Please return to the dormitory. The wolf cub looks at the woman before him. He remembers this woman. She's a volunteer at this orphanage. He often sees her with Director Aleto. The woman introduces herself as Evnie. The wolf cub asks Evnie if she's seen a blonde man. Evnie scolds him. You're being very rude. Do you also want to frighten us with the golden-haired ghost story like Connie? What? The wolf cub explains that he really did see a blonde man. The wolf cub looks up. Oh my! He points at the top of the orphanage. The orphanage has become 3 floors. Evnie glances at it and asks calmly, you mean that? You don't need to be afraid. The 3rd floor is currently being used for punishment. What does that mean? The 3rd floor that appeared out of nowhere is actually a punishment room created by the woman's ability. It's precisely because of that punishment room that the orphanage children never fight and are very harmonious. The woman crouches down in front of the wolf cub. Young master, your strict father, Duke Fabian, has entrusted us with taking care of you during your stay here, so please be careful. Otherwise, the naughty young master might be locked in the third floor's trauma palace. Prutt discovers that the areas where disappearances occurred cleverly match the areas where Aleto went to the park. As he moves forward searching for clues, there's a knock at his door. Princess Luna peeks her head through the door. Princess Luna, am I disturbing you? No, it's so late. What's the matter? Princess Luna fidgets with her dress hem. Well, after hearing the scary stories, I can't sleep. Prutt freezes for a moment, covers his mouth and turns around, trying not to let the princess see his silly expression. Princess Luna apologizes. She's already 12 years old, so this is quite embarrassing. Prutt feigns composure. It's fine. Whether in reality or in her heart, protecting the princess from harm is my responsibility as commander of the Knight's Order. Princess Luna smiles brightly. That's wonderful! Edimaion? Prutt says he can come in. Prutt, who thought he could have alone time with the princess, stammers. Why are you? Princess Luna explains that she originally wanted to sleep with Edimaion, but Hector said seeing Edimaion looking like a ghost was a bit scary. Second choice Prutt is angry. In that case, I'll lull the princess to sleep, and that man can just sleep by himself. Edimaion says he's scared too. Princess Luna, seeing this, pulls Edimaion and turns around. If this makes you uncomfortable, I'm sorry. We'll go find Clairin and Muto. Sigh. This is tough for Prutt. How did he end up like this? He angrily questions Edimaion. You're a grown man and still scared of ghosts. The princess will be uncomfortable sleeping like this. Just go back to your room. Edimaion looks at Prutt and explains seriously. I'm not afraid of ghosts. I'm just afraid of having that dream. Do you find this annoying? My body has grown up, yet I'm still bound by childhood shadows. Prutt feels it's unfair. He's not the one who made him this way, yet only he can help him. What kind of childhood shadow would make Edimaion afraid to sleep for such a long time? Edimaion tells Prutt he knows why their relationship wasn't good before. It's because I probably saw my own reflection in you. People who hate themselves, don't like their own kind. I don't dislike you now. Maybe my past self was starting to slowly like myself. The person who changed me must be my daughter. Prutt retorts. The princess is not your daughter. Edimaion closes his eyes. In his dream appears the ghost the wolf cub saw. That is actually Edimimon's father. Father asks him why he's covered in injuries. Edimaion says he won another fight. Father asks him why he fights, but Edimaion stops walking toward him and asks what kind of person his mother was. Father understands. It seems friends said bad things about mother. He says earnestly, Edimaion, your mother was a strong and beautiful person. You're lying. Everyone says mother was violent and unfaithful. Father sets down the tray. He walks to the cabinet nearby. Edimaion, I have something to give you. Close your eyes and hold out your hand. Father gives him a necklace. This is your mother's keepsake. Put that necklace on the ground and see. Edimaion follows his instructions and places the necklace on the ground. The necklace instantly disappears. Father explains. Your mother's hobby was making jewelry. She made this by accident. She originally wanted to make a color-changing necklace to welcome your birth, but your mother said it was a failure and told me to throw it away. But I kept it because this necklace contains your mother's love for you. Father pats Edimimon's head. Just like father met your mother, someday Edimaion will also meet someone precious. Edimaion wakes from his dream. Looking at Princess Luna before him, he recalls father's words. When you meet a child as precious as you, give that necklace to that person. Edimaion doesn't remember if he met that real person before. If so, then he wants to recover his memory. Princess Luna is so precious to him. So what kind of feelings does he have for Princess Luna's mother? Edimaion resolves to recover his memory. Edimaion brings a pile of snacks to Princess Luna. Don't be shy, eat them all. Princess Luna doesn't understand why this guy is addicted to watching her eat. He's been feeding her all day recently. Edimaion picks up Princess Luna. Come, let me feed you. Ah! Princess Luna covers her mouth. Edimaion, I'm not a 3-year-old anymore. I can eat by myself. Edimaion expresses doubt. Really? But Princess Luna is so small. Raising a child is truly not easy. Prutt approaches and sighs. She's grown a lot already. She used to be even smaller. Princess Luna turns around and sees everyone has arrived. Edimaion asks, smaller than now? Not hamster-sized, right? Prutt is asking for a beating. To be precise, the height was about the same, just more horizontal development. Prutt gets beaten up. Looking at the puffed-up Princess Luna, Prutt explains he was joking. He asks Princess Luna not to be angry with him. As the fathers gather together, Connie approaches calling out, Princess Luna! Connie runs toward Princess Luna with open arms. Princess Luna runs toward Connie too. She bends down to ask Connie, is there something you need at the shopping district? Connie says she's here to buy clothes. Actually, someone is going to adopt Connie. Connie says, innocently, adoption must be a good thing, because those friends who were adopted left and were too busy having fun to send even one letter. Evnie tugs Connie forcefully. See, Connie, you don't need to tell the princess and knights these useless things. Then Evnie makes an excuse and hurries off. But Princess Luna feels something is off. The adopted friends haven't sent a single letter. Doesn't that seem strange? The fathers have a realization. Could it be that Connie has feelings for my daughter? It must be. Those eyes just now weren't innocent. Princess Luna, this father doesn't approve. Princess Luna is speechless. She almost forgot these guys are idiots. Princess Luna finds her 2 knights. She thought only she noticed the strange aspects of the adoption. The wolf cub asks, you mean the others are also suspicious of Director Aleto? Princess Luna nods. Yes. So Prutt and the others are going to investigate the adopted children. They need to leave for a few days.